Doggy.
Hello.
I figured out login.
Hey, there we go. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to King of the Castle. Today, I'm joined by my absolute crackhead gremlin of a sister.
I'm normal.
Yeah?
So.
Only if you say so, yeah. Yeah, this is Heidi. And then we also have our good old friend Joe, who's always a regular here. A little introduction of this game. Well, my sister works out how to log into a Twitch account.
I done it! I did it! Yay!
So this is an interactive game. If you guys are on PC, I don't know if it works on mobile. There is an extension on the screen which should invite you to the kingdom. You should be able to use that to join and play along tonight.
Now what I do?
I'm back.
Hey Joe, welcome back. We're live, by the way.
Hello.
You have to disable. Okay.
You
Disable
have to
any
disable?
browser extensions and allow cookies.
What?
Okay.
That's very extension.
Oh.
There's an extension on the Twitch chat which you have to use, I think.
How do I turn off these? What? Do I do it?
So
No.
why are you even Discord streaming it to us then?
I guess you guys... I didn't realise until I got to like the next stage of castle creation.
I'm having a lot of.
There's two versions you can play. One which requires a code with and the website, and one which requires Twitch chat, as far as I can see.
I'm very close to crying.
And I got to pick 3 different regions to for you guys to be nobles of. So we have the Barons of the March. Barons are brash, rural footlords famous for their belligerence and fondness for hunting. Huzzah! We have Chiefs of the North. The chiefs are honourable warriors renowned for their pagan religion and prowess in combat. With the Counts of the East. You good?
Sorry, I don't know how to join. I'm very confusion.
Joe, do you want to give us some tech support? I think she's struggling with browser extensions.
No, it says unable to save cookies. Please disable any browser extensions and allow cookies from unvisited websites in your browser setting.
What?
Does that mean?
Yeah, Tom, does your model have a tear in its right eye there?
Shouldn't do.
It looked like you had a tear in your eye.
We have the Counts East. The Counts are ruthless aristocrats steeped in secrecy. Allegations of forbidden rituals are unproven. We got the Grandees of the South. The Grandees are impassioned duelists known for their strict adherence to honour, etiquette, and the ninth god. And then we got the Patricians of the Coast. The Patricians are wealthy seafaring merchants noted for their cleverness, skill, and negotiation, and ornate masks. You got some nice factions.
Counts of the East.
Yeah, you want to be Counts of the East?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll put them in. Heidi, do you want to pick a faction?
I don't even know if I can get in.
Yeah, to be fair, I've got mine working and I don't even know if I can get in, but I don't know if you need to set it up first.
I think I've got to go to the next stage for it, that's why.
Heidi, stream your screen.
I'm gonna have a break now.
Heidi, you have the breakdown over anything even slightly technical.
I know, but like, why?
I'm gonna put in my pick.
Did I even stream the right thing? So this is what it says.
You're not streaming currently.
Okay, I'll just. I did. Yeah, share your screen. Go live. It doesn't work. I'm literally so close to losing the will to live.
Yeah, let me move you.
Do you not have rights to share your screen because of Tom's Discord setting?
Right, no, hang on. I've just moved them out of the call to fix that. Hello, chat. This is the problem of playing it like an interactive game, which you have no idea how it works, like, beforehand. Okay. Anyone who wants to join the game now should use !join, followed by their pronouns, so either he, she, or they. That is !join, followed by he, she, or they. Now's your chance to come join the game. We will start it in a couple minutes. Who's in chat? got Sankey lurking. You got Holby.
Hello.
Hello.
We sorted it.
Awesome. Okay, so it says here to join the game. You guys are already on it. Join he and join she.
Hee
So we
Why,
got.
I'm in the patricians
Yeah,
of the
why are we in?
coast.
Yeah.
Can I shuffle you guys around?
No, get wrecked, Joe.
Uh,
Start your faction. What you gonna do? Fight me.
I can't seem to shuffle you around. I think you just get assigned by one at random.
Get wrecked. Beat you
I
to
am really sorry about that.
I am
Oh,
speed.
Hebby, hello. Welcome. We're gonna give it another couple minutes for anyone else who wants to join. Because I don't know if we can join midway. Like you can join midway through. But so for any of those that don't know, you're all gonna be playing as nobles, and you're all gonna either undermine me or help me rule a kingdom. We have no idea how this game works. It should be a lot of fun. Hebby, you can come join the VC if you want. You're more than welcome to. We're in the studio channel on my Discord, which you should have access to, because you've got the streamer role there. Yeah, you're more. Yeah, you actually popped in on the charity stream the other day, so. But yeah, are you guys excited for this game?
I am,
No.
but you are winking at me, and I feel very uncomfortable. Yeah.
Man, I cannot make my character wink if I want to. It's the fact that. Let me turn my light on. Improve my face track. Light off. Yeah, improve my face tracking a little bit because my glasses reflect the light, and then the face tracking thinks I'm winking.
That's funny.
You're always a grandee for some reason. I guess it's just luck. Have you played this before, Hebby? That's good. Someone in chat knows how to play this game because I
Someone
don't.
knows how to play.
Boy, welcome. Welcome to the crew. So we have two counts in the east. We have Poi and Heidi. We have Hebby as a grandee of the south, and we have Joe as a patrician of the coast. Which is not where he wanted to be, but...
No.
It's where he is, and maybe he'll
Wait,
end up loving it.
Can you swap people around now that there's multiple in, or is there?
not that I can
Nothing.
see.
You're just gonna have to
I think
accept
it's
that
just-
you're a sea person.
You're
Seaman.
you're a seaman, yeah. Okay, good. Hebby knows what's
Seaman
going on.
boy. You gorgeous?
Alright, we'll give it till for 20 seconds and then we will hit go. That's pretty much, that's like the majority of people in chat. Bum bum ba ba bum ba da ba da ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum ba dum bum
And on
bum
the lap.
bum bum. Okay, we commence. I don't know if you can join midway through. I'm sorry if you can't. We've given you some time. Let's go. Okay, so King of the Castle Primer. The path to victory. Acquire an heir. Oh god, I gotta sleep with someone. Shit. Well, I'm done. Oh, you can join midway. Okay, awesome. It's good to know. Then complete your ambition to win. The first reign will likely end in disaster. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Keep an eye on the region's schemes. If they pass all their stages, they shall win the game. Be careful of the region's
Your model
defiance
is
stat.
blocking the far right two things.
Sorry, I'm blocking it.
Put away.
If it gets too high, the regions may rebel against me. To win, pass all 3 stages of your scheme. Each stage requires you to get stats to certain levels, which are affected in votes. That's for the nobles. That's how you guys win. Nobles voting. The vote is up to you for your region schemes to stop other schemes or for the good of the kingdom. Noble rebellions. If your defiance stat is high enough, you can rebel. This pauses your scheme and is risky, especially if you have a low military. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to read the winning part, but my big fat coconut's in the way, so it's fine.
Basically,
figure it out.
to win, you complete schemes as your faction.
I'm very scheming. So
Or you have the kingdom. Each season, you'll get 3 events to play. Click on one to get started. Okay. Okay, it keeps up in the top, like, how you can join for anyone else in the chat. So, the path to victory. The monarch must acquire an heir and complete their ambition to win the game. Their spouse is useful, but not
Your head
necessary.
is blocking a lot of the text.
You're very big on the
I am, yeah, I'm gonna... that real
Shrink
quick.
down.
So, like, my usual VTuber size is not ideal for this game, clearly.
No.
Too big.
you go. I'm tiny now.
You small.
Tiny. The monarch must acquire an heir and complete their ambition to win the game. A spouse is useful but not necessary. Wow. Okay. Complete your ambition before a scheme or rebellion usurps you and you lose all your authority, treasure, stability. This is the monarch, the streamer's character. They appear in most stories, but not all. Yeah, I'm important, chat. Boy, ready to slack for the hardest for the people. Boy is always the biggest slacker. There are kingdom stats. If any of them are 0 at the start of a season, the game will end. Oh dear.
Any of them, Jesus, that's very.
These are the region stats. Stats determine the events that are generated. Defiance is the highest at both authority and stability. A region can trigger a rebellion. This will pause their scheme and is risky if their military is low. You can scroll through the full list of nobles and their wealths here. Okay, so I can just pull up the noble list. So you all currently have a grand in the bank.
Yep.
Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You are new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant in your place. Those fools can't scheme their way out of a paper bag. Better kings.
You understand that you are speaking to all of your nobles in front of your spy master.
Perhaps. Better kings have been toppled by their treacherous nobles, your majesty. Bruh. To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is, when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you?
The pathetic whelp that we stood on.
Bruh. I've got as a saint, as a father of the nation, as a peacekeeper, as a conqueror, as the greatest king who ever lived, or as the architect of a golden age. I'm going to go as the father of the nation because I already have 3 sons, so why not add 50,000 more? Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners, or are you just hoping for favourable passage in the history books? I suggest over the next few years you can focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible. Join Shi. Hey, welcome to the nobles, Sanka. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, your majesty. You want to kill? Oh my god. See, where did you get put? Oh, you're in this. You're a grandee with Hebby.
What the hell?
No one wants to join Joe.
I get thrown on a faction I don't like out of random order, and then when everyone else joins, they get put together and in order.
Okay.
It's racist because I'm green.
Yeah, the green boys that nobody likes are down here in the corner.
Boys.
Hebby and Sank controlling the south. You guys control a good chunk of the land. And then the east is with
It's the same amount.
Heidi Employ is a pretty large amount. It's pretty close.
We're in the west.
You're in the west, yes. Oh, yes, okay, but I don't kill you. Aw. I can't be with fellow Joe Sag. Aw, Boy wants to be with you.
Where's the Council of Joes?
The Council of Joes. Yeah, that's the point. You guys are the Council of Joes. Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Chat, I'm coming for you. The nobles hail from all across the kingdom. The desolate east, the wealthy coast, and of course the scorching south. I'm going to move my model over a little bit more. Okay, in the
We
corner.
have money.
Yeah, everyone has
on
money.
The side of the, rotate it 90 degrees, put it on the side of the screen.
Yeah.
So you're constantly leaning in.
Yeah, okay.
Because hopefully then it shouldn't block anything.
How do I rotate my model? Oh, there we go. I've been a VTuber for how long and I don't know how to rotate my model?
This is making me dizzy.
Hello, chat.
I feel violated.
You're gonna invest in milk? What the fuck? What do you mean you feel violated?
Milk's medieval Bitcoin.
Oh, that makes sense.
Shouldn't you invest in like tea?
Tea. Ooh, yeah, that's a good investment. Although, that could make us broke. And of course,
Fine.
Poi is slacking in the desolate land. Of course. How else is it going to remain desolate, Poi? Okay, who should I introduce myself first? You know what? I'm going to introduce myself to Joe first. Look, it's Joe! Oh, let me get out of space.
There we go. I was like,
Let me lower myself down. I'm too high.
attrition?
I appreciate your head being used to censor my... Oh, never mind.
Do you want to read the text, Joe, or shall I?
A pleasure, your esteemed highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign.
My noble. And the count's to the east. Ready, do you want to read your bit?
Can I pre-read it?
It's 2 sentences.
Okay, I can read that. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, your majesty. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Why am I an old hag?
I mean, that just checks out.
I like the outfit, but I'm not feeling the hair vibes.
May the ninth god bless your reign, your majesty. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. Wow, Psyche has just overruled Hebby. Like, Hebby was here first, and Psyche is the first to introduce herself. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favour. You sigh and sit back. Is this what council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs.
Right, you have the sword. You can always stab yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, and the coronation. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Shouldn't I be giving the orders now? Of course, Your Majesty. But do delay any longer. But to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when the nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Very well, what will I say do? As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. What? It's my coronation. Why did you guys get to decide? This isn't an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Everything has to be run past a council vote. Even this. Shall we call the nobles in? Here we go, chat. It's time for you. Certain choices will change stats. Some choices that do will indicate the change here. Stats. Not all choices that change stats have these indicators. They do not show the region affected. There are upcoming votes. Choices your nobles will vote on. Each of these may change stats in some way. The monarch can change how a vote is run with law. They use 1 law per vote. Try using your veto on one option you dislike. When the vote opens, nobles vote using their command !vote followed by the choice of letter, so A, B, C, or D. The monarch may close the vote any time after all nobles have voted, or if the timer hits 0. So the monarch can make their preferred voting option, and the monarch can take a voting option off the table. What kind of coronation should be held for the king? So, you can vote for A, host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine, which costs money and increases our stability. B, proceed with the religious ceremony that honors the ninth god, which improves our faith. C, throw the king into a river, which lowers my... Heidi! Oh, D, outdated traditions. There's no need for a coronation at all.
Look, I had the options.
I'm vetoing I'm vetoing that.
I did the math. I did the math.
Yeah?
The math is mathin' here.
We're starting the vote. Here we go.
Wow.
So you got choices A, B, or D. Yeah, your vote hasn't been cast yet. We got Poi voting for A, hosting a lavish parade, spending all our money. Joe is voting for outdated traditions. Heidi and Hebby have both voted with religious ceremony that honors the ninth god. I see drink, I drink. That leaves us with one last noble to cast their vote. And the time is now up. We are proceeding. Voting has closed, ladies and gentlemen. We are having a religious ceremony. Let's honor our gods. This shows how much stats have been changed by how much. Okay. Hashtag rigged. In the hallowed hall of St. Bertrand's Cathedral, the Archbishop places the crown upon your head before launching into a ceremony. And why is it that Nanohound is the king, ordained by the divine right, chosen by the ninth god and elevated above all? The assembled nobles were plotting against you. Perhaps the threat of eternal damnation has given them second thought. Probably not. Okay, And now we can end the season. So that was our basic tutorial year. You guys got to vote how I got my ceremonious to be the king.
So what we voted for is we voted for the Grandies to become even stronger in leading faith.
Yeah. Oh, everyone increased in their faith. Schemes. Each region will now vote for one of the 3 randomly selected schemes. Schemes are made up of 3 stages with specific set requirements. Passing all 3 scheme stages places the region's claimant on the throne, winning the game. So you guys want to angle towards getting your states certain stats so that you can process your schemes. Here we go.
Right, okay. How can I see my stats? This is what... I can just see I've got money.
Good question. I can't see it right now, but I can show
is
you.
it just on the screen?
It might be.
I can literally see it. It literally says...
Oh, yeah.
Farming. I'm just stupid.
So, right, so we have Oriole of the Counts of the East. My fellow Counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false King Nano wears the crown. You guys, in the East, so the Counts of the East, that is Boy and Heidi, you two get to now vote. You have Subterfuge, Doppelganger, or Intimidation as your schemes. This is how
I
you...
don't even know what that first word is.
Subterfuge is basically sabotage.
Oh, we voted for different things.
I give you gonna slack so hard. So Intimidation or Doppelganger. Goal lowers defiance. Goal raise others' defiance. It's somehow the same goal.
Yeah, I mean no, because I'm lowering it, whereas I don't know. Raising everybody else's isn't the same as lowering your own.
True, but it does achieve the same result.
Well then, which one wins?
We'll find out. Boy's slacking so hard. Slack so hard you're gonna be in shock.
No.
Okay. I guess because you were the first noble, maybe, that you got, or it's randomly decided, that Doppelganger, having the lowest defiance, is the scheme you guys are planning. So you guys want to keep low defiance. The Counts plan to swap the real king for a perfect Doppelganger. First they must gain the trust of the Spy Master. Oh, so you're just trying to replace me? Like, sneakily.
Easy.
To advance their scheme, the Counts must be the region with the lowest defiance in 2 seasons. Interesting. The Grandies of the South. We have Pascalau. False Pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandies of the South, this is a stain on our honour. We must not allow it to go unanswered.
I like him.
So, we have Hebi and Sanka. Now's your chance to vote on how you guys are going to try and overthrow me. We've got a witch hunt, we've got further, and we have excommunication. I am very concerned and scared for what you guys are going to do to me. Hebi immediately goes for the witch hunt, because of course. Wow, what the fuck, these schemes are all cool. I think it's all, like, the schemes are, like, based off of the traditions of those areas. Do we have Sanka in chat? Like, I don't know if she's around to vote.
She's thinking.
Becky? I don't think we got Sanka, because she wasn't in the last vote either. So, we're going to carry forward. The voting has closed. Yeah, it should be back at some point. Hebi has declared a witch hunt on me, which you guys already have the advantage for. There are all sorts of heresies in the capital, and the Grandies intend to expose it. First, they must ensure the South is beyond reproach. To advance their scheme, the Grandies must be the region with the highest faith in 3 seasons. You gotta keep your faith up high. And this is interesting. You guys also have to be able to fight amongst each other. And Joe, finally for you. Marcus speaks. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than the King Nano had. Something must be done. You can either overthrow me through Monopoly. I didn't know we were playing Monopoly, but conspiracy or corruption. Either raise your... You're going for Monopoly.
Yeah, I
Okay.
like the idea of beating you at a board game, and that's how I take your kingdom.
My Majesty, I will challenge you to a game of Monopoly, and if I win, I shall be king. Bet. The patricians plan to privatize the entire damn kingdom. First, they must build up their industry. To advance their scheme, patricians must have their trade 5 or more in 4 seasons. Well, you already got a head start on that at 7. Here you can review the region's schemes and their claimants. When you have an heir, they will appear on the right of this page. If your reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. The vote is between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats, and your heir if you have one. Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying that they have a right to your throne. No doubt the nobles are already scheming to crown their region's preferred claimant. And I have no heir. Quick, chat, I need to find a wife.
But you are maidenless.
Yeah, it's a problem. Okay, we got 3 events. One in the capital, one in the east, and one on the coast. I was gone, and got a scheme for the witch hunt. What does this mean? So to try and overthrow me, you need to keep your faith. So you're the yellow, so your faith is 8 right now. You need to keep the faith as the highest for 3 seasons to progress the scheme. And that's the start of your progress in how to overthrow me. We're going to start with the events in the coast. More witchies, yeah. You want to get rid of the witchies. Your Majesty, there is a petition here for you to see. There is a petitioner here to see you today. We're not exactly sure where she's from. I assume you have a good reason for letting her in. You will see soon enough, Your Majesty. Greetings, Your Majesty. My name is Oriad. I have a proposition for you. Where are you from, Oriad? Distant shores, Your Majesty. I prefer to keep my exact origins a secret. Okay, tell me more about this proposition, then. 3 ships are docked in harbour to the west. Their hulls are packed to the gills with muskets and gunpowder. They each boast a full battery of cannons. They are all yours in return for a small favour. Muskets and small furry animals? I could just be the dipshit king. Let's go. Muskets are powerful weapons, Your Majesty. Bro. The secrets of the manufacturers are known only to the Republic of Kerr. What is this favour? I only wish to stay in this kingdom with your blessing and protection. I can show your soldiers how to use the weapons, of course, to avoid any accidents. Alright, what did you do? I don't know what you mean, Your Majesty. I simply wish to keep my dealings private. You will forgive me, I hope. So everyone gets to take a choice here. We got options A, B, or C. When the voting commences, you can either vote to provide safe harbour for Oriad in exchange for muskets, reject Oriad's offer and send her away, or confiscate weapons and take Oriad prisoner. I am going to make the monarch's choice and put it on option A, and let the voting commence.
I was going to vote A, but now you put the monarch's choice, so now I don't want to go A.
Okay, we're voting to confiscate the weapons and everyone's very quick to reduce our stability. Holy shit.
Jail. Send to jail.
Bro.
To be fair, what you should have done is you should have asked who she is.
True.
I did ask who she is. And she didn't want to tell us. We're gun sus. Okay. The voting is closed. Put the woman in jail. Down, yeah, everyone hates the woman, apparently. Mysterious foreigner is requesting asylum in exchange for boats full of rare gunpowder weapons. What should be done? Confiscate the weapons and take Oriad prisoner, is what you vote for.
I mean, to be fair, what we have done... Yeah, like, what we have done there is we have taken them asylum.
You send word to the coast, where the foreign ships are impounded and the weapons are seized. Oriad quietly goes quiet as you show her to a cell, but the contempt on her face is clear as day. So, all of you have now gained military power. Can we vote for female rights? No. Not in this kingdom. But, my stability is now gone down.
Women? What are they?
Click that. Besides, my nobles are 3/5 women. And yet you're voted to arrest her. What does that say?
It says that it's a hard life for a woman.
Apparently, yeah.
Exactly.
Clip
Can't
it.
live a
No.
hard life.
It's all your fault.
The confiscated muskets are distributed to your soldiers. What do you mean it's my fault? I've literally just got on the throne. Without trading, however, there are more than a few exploded wagons and missing limbs. Well done, lads. You crippled a bunch of soldiers.
They did it themselves.
Okay. Let's have a look at the horrors in the east, shall we then?
To the west.
Oh, it's Count Poi. Oh my god, look at him. He's a handsome boy. Your Majesty, a monster has been stalking my farms at night, smashing down the doors of cottages and feasting on the peasants inside.
Damn, Poi sounds just like that random woman. We might have to arrest him.
How many victims? Dozen, Your Majesty, and only a few have survived the attacks. I mean, a handsome boy. The survivors tell a garbled story about gleaming fangs amid a fountain of blood-soaked fur. Some choices have uncertain outcomes, called challenges. These can either be random or based on stats. The percentage shows the chances of success. Okay. So I cannot use the law at the moment to do a monarch's choice. That's got a cooldown on it. I still have a veto available. I'm going to leave this entirely to you. Oh no. Sanka's clipped me saying we can't have women's rights here. Uh-oh. Voting is open, so you have a 45% chance to send the Count's army to deal with the abomination. You can offer a substantial bounty for the monster, which reduces defiance. This is no concern of ours. Reduce farming and stability. I have noticed that everybody is very quickly, of the other factions, very quickly saying that this is not a concern of ours.
Why is man sideways?
Why is man sideways? I'm the king. I'm peeking in on our votes and diplomatic system. Okay, we have a full set of votes. I've noticed.
And also, his head is too big and it covers the screen.
That too. I have noticed that all the nobles of the other regions have decided to say, "Fuck the counts." An interesting choice.
Honestly, pure disrespect.
So 3 nobles have voted for this. There's no concern of ours. I mean, I'd say fuck the counts too. You're a count, boy. You were literally the one. The monster continues to menace the east, growing more bold every day. You hear reports that it no longer confines its attacks to the night time. Soon, peasants are too afraid to tend their crops, which lie rotting in the fields. In this one turn, we have lost 2 stability, and we've even lost farming.
People are going to die now because you didn't help us.
What do you mean? You chose not to help.
I chose to offer a bounty.
No, yeah, you did. Actually, yeah, good point. Sorry, I apologise.
Because they're my people.
Yeah, you're leaving the innocent Count's peoples to die, chat. Ah, yes, you slept through every season. Yeah, pretty much. You can deal with the man pig when it comes for you then. Good job. Yeah, when it spreads, you're in trouble. Yeah, we got the honor guard now in the capital. Now that you're the king, you need personal protection. Why, I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not? Thank you, Marshal. Please don't hurt me. You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. Let's see. What are my options? Alright, I must disappear. I might reappear later on my other account. Alright, Rails. Have a good night. Hopefully we'll see you somewhere else later.
Rails? Where's the L?
Rakes. Good point. It's not a... Oh, well. Each region offers a selection of elite guards. The counts with the Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose. The petitions with the champion gladiators from the arena, and the grandees offer the fierce battle nuns from the city. Battle nuns? Hello? Of the Sisterhood of Steel.
I can't help but think of those nuns from Black Lagoon.
Yes! Oh my god, that would be perfect.
For God's sakes.
Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Okay, let's hear about them. Tell me about the Eastern Knights. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. The Coastal Gladiators, a gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skills at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? As for the Southern Battle Nuns, wah, wah, wah. Terrifying warriors, and they sworn a vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety. What about the foreign mercenaries? I've arrived on my other account. Hey, Jaden, welcome back. A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle Britain Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will be considered an insult to all regions. I've made my decision. I am going to hire...
I don't need an honor guard.
Yeah, I definitely need an honor guard. I'm going to hire the Eastern Knights. I trust Poi and Heidi to keep me safe.
Coming at you with.
So what you have done is you have.
Oh, thank you for the sippy.
You have chosen the faction that you now has the objective to have their defiance the lowest.
You make a good point.
Stop.
But also I'm weighing it based on the nobles and the houses.
See,
And the fact that these guys can't fight. So if they rebel against me, I set a useless honor guard that might not be able to kill me. It mentioned they hadn't fought battles in a long, long time and just write poetry.
Is the highest. You would have picked the wrong group.
The knights arrive a few weeks later. They are all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow, before reading out a poem she's written on the occasion.
That sounds nice.
Very fanciful from the east.
Oh, it didn't actually tell us the poem. That's quite disappointing.
That
Well, I mean,
is
writing poetry is hard.
true.
I mean, you're pretty good at it.
Now we time to end the season. Thanks, broski. You let Manbear Pig fuck us all though, so water under the bridge. I didn't let Manbear Pig fuck you all. I wanted specifically to help you. Nobles can use their wealth to bid on any buildings in any region, each of which affects a stat. Okay, so we have buildings now.
Let's drop Joe's military.
This is done through auction, where only the first two most funded buildings are chosen. When the auction is open, nobles can fund the following command with the following command: exclamation fund a X, where X is personal wealth.
What?
So you want to, for instance, fund AE.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, X is how much you
fund A and then like 100.
Yeah. So everyone has $1,000 right now in their bank. When you hit the start auction, when you're ready to hit start auction to begin. So I'm going to show off the options first before we start the auction. We have, for the counts, a fortress, which improves their military. Or they could build a theatre, which reduces their authority. Funding's not ready yet, Sankey. You want to fund... Yeah, it'd be fund the letter you want and then the number. The grandees could have a new cathedral or a new observatory, which increases or decreases their faith. And the patricians could have a bazaar or a stadium, which increases or decreases their trade or decreases their stadium. Hello, Necro. Welcome. If you want to join, by the way, use !join and then a pronoun. Authority and stability is only for the king. Heavy, don't sell that out.
We can just drop Tom by just simply.
I mean, you guys have been doing that.
How about what if we all build a theatre?
You can build 2 buildings, so.
Yeah, but we could all build just a theatre.
Okay, funding time is open. So pick a letter and the amount you want to add to it. Need the cathedral. Okay, we got 500 funding on a cathedral. Oops, pause chat. Okay. Someone tried to put me 69, but yep. Okay, Poi has put $69 into funding the theatre. Small boy has Heidi. We got 1,000 into the observatory. Who put that in?
Gotta go with my noble.
Joe is going straight up the way to tank the grandees.
I just like stars.
Oh, that's cute. Sanka is trying to spend. I think is spending all her money on the cathedral.
Salvage it.
Yeah. This would be a good time for the counts to sabotage the grandees who decided to abandon them. Funding that observatory would
Everybody
lower their
abandoned
faith, which is hurts their scheme.
True, but I'd have to put at least 50 in, and that's a lot of money.
Time is up. Joe and Sanka are now completely broke. We have funded both the cathedral and the observatory, which means your faith hasn't moved at all. Look at all those noble blowing all their V-Bucks. I know, right, Poi?
I did it first, Sanka. Shut up.
Why, Joe?
I am alone.
Okay.
Okay.
Necro could join you, but he's decided not to become one of the nobles. Doesn't mean you need to fuck me.
I did it first. You were the one who did it.
You need to put he after that, or she, or they, Necro. So exclamation mark, join, and then space he, or she, or they. We're gonna find a spouse. In the twisty
Wait,
passages.
Sanka actually needs Jesus. Can we find Jesus first?
I don't think we can find Jesus.
Okay.
We worship the ninth gods. Necro, how did you put E? Join E. Join he. As in him.
I thought you said E.
My favourite pronoun, E. There we go.
Identify as E.
The twisty passages of your castle. You can avoid. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, and even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Oh no. Cat, come help me, please. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's almost been a year. Mother, I don't want to get married. I've been busy. You better find the time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Well, clearly it's women.
No, I think it's Annie.
No.
He's desperate.
I'm calling your mother. I'm calling your mother. Excellent. I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom.
We don't, unfortunately, Sanka. Very sorry.
Yeah, okay, Neko, you're part of the partisans, so you're the nobles. Oh no. Nyanami nyanumnyunganyan do no nyabari de nyanyanka nyakyu inayakayaku nyanyanyahan nyanyayada nyanyanyaku nyanyabrete bete nyanyanagame.
I love that anime.
Is that the menagerie thing from I can't even think what it's called. Where did that come from?
Bakemonogatari.
Bakemonogatari, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I do not know how I'd even begin to read that properly. Heidi, Sanka's asking if you have the home phone. Not that we have a home phone anymore.
That's what I told. Yeah, that's why she said shit, because we don't have one no more.
Excellent. Let's see what they have to offer. Bro, I'm window shopping for wives. Okay, we got the bounty
Could have
hunters.
been husbands, but someone decided.
Oh yeah. I don't get what to do. You'll get votes as part of the kingdom soon. Joe, do you want to explain your goal or your scheme?
We just want our trade to be high and everyone else's numbers to be as low as possible, except for purple. We want purples to be... I don't know how to describe it. It's hard. This game's confusing, to me at least.
Yeah, basically, every faction is trying to do their own scheme to overthrow me. Purple wants the lowest defiance, yellow wants the highest faith, and green wants the highest trade right now. And you can do things to screw each other over as well as screw me over. Next time Mummy Tom comes in, I just scream till she hears me. Do you really just call her Mummy Tom? You need I just vote.
Weird.
Your Majesty, these folks
It's okay, Mummy Tom.
Tom's mummy. So,
Mummy Tom.
I mean, it's not the first time I've been called that either. So,
Oh, now I feel weird that I said it.
yeah, please never say that again, Heidi.
I will never. I can promise you that.
Good.
I will never say Mummy Tom again, Mummy Tom.
I'm used to being called Dad because of my 3 sons, but
Father, help.
Father help. Your Majesty, these good folks are bounty hunters, representing the Republic of Kurth, they say. Oh, that's the where the gunpowder's from.
Oh, he's breasted her. That's funny.
King Nanohound, we greet you humbly. How may I help you? We're searching for someone, a fugitive, you might say. Last we heard, she went by the name as Oriad. What kind of fugitive is she? The ships under her command are property of the Republic of Kurth, as is their cargo.
Yikes.
If we admit to having her, we've taken all the.
You are the king. You are the one who makes the choice here. We just vote on the aftermath.
True.
She's in my dungeons. That's excellent news.
Whoa.
We may ask permission to purchase her. Yo, money. She may stand trial and face justice back in Kurth.
They're gonna buy a wife.
Oh, and the weapons she stole, they will still belong to the Republic, you understand. We kindly ask you to return them.
What about that?
Alright, here's an upcoming choice for all the nobles. We have 3 options here. We can return the stolen weapons and transfer custody to Oriad. You gain Defiance, you gain 3,000 money for the treasury, but we weaken our military. We can give Oriad to the bounty hunters, but keep the stolen weapons and gain money for the treasury, or we can turn the bounty hunters away.
Why would we give up our
Sell the woman. What do you say to sell the woman? What do you mean? We can't wife her, so she's not really useful.
How do you know we can't wife her?
Well, she's in my dungeon and she's a criminal. I don't think I can trust that as my wife.
Yeah, understandable.
Okay, commencing the vote. Sorry, Sankey, you have to put that vote in again. Okay, we got votes for B and C so far. C again. We're turning. Really? You guys want to? You don't want money? You don't want to sell the woman?
We want to see what happens if the situation gets bad and the bounty hunters come back with force.
Okay.
That's what you want to see.
It's money, but for you, not us. Hey, that money will trickle down. Trickle down economics, heavy. Where is my vote? You voted. Everybody voted. All 6 people voted, Sanka.
Yeah, everyone voted. You voted for B. B only had 2 people though.
Yeah. This is how democracy works. I didn't saw your name. It was all on there. All the colours were there. I promise you. Because it even ran the timer out because turn the bounty hunters away. Let's see what happens. You dismiss the bounty hunters with a wave of your hand. The dignified expression fades quickly. Kurth will not forgive this slight. We will be back. I love that a meeting was just like called in front of him as like, nobles, what shall we do? Turn the fuckers away. And I come back out from the curtain. It's like, well, the nobles have decided to tell you to go fuck yourself, good sir.
I'm just imagining the king's schizophrenic and he's just hallucinating the council.
He just turns around, starts speaking to himself. The council has decided. You're not purple, Sanka. That's why you're yellow. You don't even know what color you are, Tom's and True. You're hardly one to speak. Your Highness. Ow. Thank you for the sippy boy. That explains something. Heidi, it's you. Do you want to read?
Sure. Your Highness, you know that the counts are unfailingly loyal to you.
God.
Isn't it? Sorry, it takes a while to load on stream. I'm sorry. Isn't it time we got a little reward for our fidelity?
So I can give you guys money and increase my authority, but reduce the treasure. See, the money goes back to you. Trickle down money. What was it?
Money.
Here, have your jewelries. I am increasing my authority. The counts of the east get some wealth. Well, considering you had your farmland ravaged, I think that's fair. Thanks to the other nobles.
Yeah, Pigman. Fucking.
Okay, I tried to draw in the BG. If we vote, scream vote. Will do, don't worry. By the way, I'm on a mission in Satisfactory to destroy every plant I can find. Jesus, you're a madman. More money to drink, let's go. Yeah, see? The counts are good boys. And now we can end our autumn 1948 season. Seeking a simulacrum.
1948, excuse me?
948, oopsies.
1948.
We're recovering from the Great War.
Oh. That's very nice of you, Poi.
Yeah. Oh, what did Poi do?
On the screen.
Oh, so you said you had a surprise for me. Indeed. Oh, you're skew honey giving a surprise.
Oh no, Poi's giving the surprise to me.
Oh,
I think.
No,
Indeed,
I think it's
and here it is. Behold. Wait, I'm confused. It said Poi was holding a party.
yeah, but you're bringing a gift.
Oh, I see.
Send King Nano back to primary school. Boy is sus. Boy's always sus, but he's a good boy. You're Grace. What are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry. I hope you didn't overhear any.
Wait, you're Grace?
Yeah, I'm Grace. Thank you for the bit there, Crow. Thank you for the biddy. Plus a bit to your wanker. Heidi, do you want to read it?
Ha ha ha. Quit babbling, you blowhard. This isn't the king. It's a peasant who's the king's spitting image.
Oh no. Blood and stars! And just in time. The spy master trusts us so much that she's not noticed we're fortifying the border. Oh no, your military strength has gotten stronger.
Yeah, we hate people.
I mean-
By that border.
That means we can move to the next phase. Kidnapping the king and putting the fool in his place. Yeah, Seki says, you owe me 100 buckers. How do we... Oh, sorry, that's you.
How do we manage that?
We need the kingdom in utter chaos. Bad enough that the king's abduction can slip past unnoticed. For the next stage of their scheme, the count must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, stability's already at 3.
Oh, we're doing it! Huzzah!
My bank account is 400 in minus, don't have the bucks. Ripperino. Damn man, go fund me for Necro. You may collect the common tax or target a specific region. Okay. Taxing a region will increase the defiance, their defiance and stats and decrease noble wealth.
Weird.
Yes.
Weird.
How are you?
So I could gain 400 specifically from any one kingdom, or I could gain 200 by taxing you all fairly.
Someone is gonna pay the cheese tax.
Trade bonus. The patricians strike a lucrative trade deal with the Sao, worth 500 wealth. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. Interesting. So everybody's gonna get wealthier. I'm gonna do a common tax. I'm a fair king.
Nah, dummy.
What do you mean, scummy? The kingdom needs its money.
Now you gotta pick one.
I picked...
Disgusting.
was rough for a few months, but we'll be okay. That's good to hear, at least, buddy. Okay, we have 2 capital events, and we have 1 in the east. They really likes the east, doesn't it?
Weast.
The true monster. Here we go.
Oh god, not another one.
Remember when I came to you with word of a monster preying upon the peasants? It's difficult to forget. I have reason to believe that the culprit may be one of my fellow counts. Countess Smallboy 227 to be precise.
Oh my god, that's so crazy!
Remember Man Bear Pig? The peasants believe that Countess Smallboy 227 transforms into a colossal, bloodthirsty beast once every 7 nights. How did they know?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Why'd you trust the words of the peasants?
So Heidi's a furry?
Yeah.
Where
Schwen
did it say it was covered in fur?
Because it described it
was
originally as
implied
covered in
earlier.
fur.
Yeah.
Look, okay. I'm doing my best, alright?
You can learn a lot from peasants, if you care to listen. What should I do? Pray, do not call a public vote on the matter. It would embarrass Countess Smallboy 227 greatly, for no good reason.
They're only a mass murderer. Causing famine.
No, this matter should be
nice.
put to a vote. I'll send a team of inquisitors to investigate these claims. Absolutely not. I shall arrest Countess Smallboy 227 at once. I'll send a message.
Arrested.
I'll send a message to Countess Countess Smallboy 227 asking her to control herself.
Control myself.
I'm sending in the inquisitors.
I cannot be contained.
Very well, Your Highness. Whatever you say. We are not killing someone on mere rumor alone. A team of inquisitors are dispatched to investigate the claim that Countess Smallboy 227 sometimes turns into a monster. Hopefully they return intact.
They will not.
Oh. The counts, of course, register their disapproval that the church is meddling with their private affairs.
Yeah, fuck the church. Can't believe Poi just threw me under the bus.
Let's have a look at our wives. I mean, what part of that seems out of character? I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman for each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose Wisley. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. Choose Wisley.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Choose Wisley.
And a partner for life to have and to hold, don't forget. I suppose so, but the alliance comes first, young man. Don't tell me I'm an option. If Sanka comes up as an option, that's going to be hilarious. Listen, peasants, make Poi alcohol. Poi gets to slack, Man Bear Big stops that.
Understandable.
Understandable.
Great day.
Your mother leads you to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 potential portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Wait, I don't even get to meet them? There's no time for sentiment. You just need a matchup that befits your status and suits your political needs.
Pick the titty.
Like 2.
Tom, can you do a thing?
Thing?
Yes.
A Cilla Black voice.
Who's Cilla Black?
I was going to ask the same thing.
Do a quick impression.
I can't do her voice.
Well, that's not helpful.
She whisks away the cost from the
I
first
thought
portrait.
classic.
Who
as a
is that?
classic Yogs fan. You.
I don't recognise the name Cilla Black.
Just do a woman's voice, that's okay.
Mrs. Desmonia, the eldest daughter of the Eastern and lurking Poi dynasty. I'm not sure why the artist made her look so severe. Just a trick of the light, I suppose. Perhaps. I thought that was a man.
We're all furries over here, so...
Make 2 slaves get alcohol for us. Oh no. Yeah, that's a good idea. Spends most of her time with a fencing master, mastering the blade. He's got in some trouble with the Inquisition a while ago, but it didn't come to anything. An intriguing candidate. From the coast, we have Clovia, wealthy heiress of noble patronage, Nicorage's estate. She wasn't originally the heiress, but her elder sister had an unfortunate accident.
Yikes.
Her interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 and making more of it. The common folk call her a skinflint, and things, and worse things. Could be worse, but could be a lot better. And finally, from the south, Ada, the eldest daughter of the Defilia Grey lineage. She's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right?
Ada, never heard of her. I only know Ada.
Add her up.
Shut up!
Like many in the south, she claims to put her faith in the ninth god, above all worldly concerns. She's got grand plans. By all accounts, she wants to change the world. Not bad at all. I can marry Sanka's daughter.
Weird flex.
What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance.
What would you
Really?
assume we're
Do
going
it.
to ally with you?
Okay. Who should I go with? Should I go with Ada? Should I go with Clovia
You are
or
the king.
Desmania? I'm thinking. What are you doing,
Okay,
Sifra?
then that's
Okay,
stupid.
Clovia is immediately ruled out thanks to that sentence. And Psycho's given me her blessing, so we're going to go with Ada. And finally from... Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to... recheck her. I made my decision. We are going with Ada. Step-in-law son, what are you doing? I'm crying. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. I'm sorry for your daughter, Sanka. The Wandering Bard. Your Majesty, a travelling bard. She says she's come to compose a song for you. Not just any bard, Your Highness. The best bard in all the land. Sally Six Fingers, they call me.
Ooh.
I don't see any fingers.
What's happening and is the creation of an anarchist communion where watery tart-loving scimitars isn't the way kingships is decided on the cards. It is on the cards. Join the game. It's up in the top left hand to join Storm. Nano getting the going for the Okyodon router. Maybe. I love how crying even though it looks like cringe. My daughter has a use, finally, and Tom finally gets to touch a woman. Damn, that's brutal.
Thanks.
Not wrong, though. A song, you say? About me? Why, of course. In fact, I have the tune and the verse all but ready. I have saved my best work for you, my king. All I require is a subject. What should I tell the masses of you? What would you like to inspire? Teach them to love me, because goddamn, I need some help with that. See, where is Storm joined? He is a member of the Grandees. Okay, so you're the religious faction.
Just what they needed, another grand in their wallet.
Give me but a few weeks and everyone within the Crownlands will know of your benevolence. Pray, I only need a small payment of 500 gold for the time. Discounted rate for one as esteemed as yourself. Where I am paying... Yeah, I'm not gonna pay extra because I don't have much money. 50-50 chance we'll take it. The song has the desired effect with everybody praising your good nature. Yes, the stability is up. The kingdom is now teetering. Alright, let's end the season. It's looking good so far. For you guys, mostly. In a picturesque castle overlooking the southern city of Tolrain, two grandees lie back and enjoy the sun. Praise be! Whisperers of our plans have reached the peasants, and they are in an uproar. They call for the sins of the king to be laid bare. Oh, you've got even more faith, you're zealous now. I already have leads and information from inside the palace that we can use against the king. It's only a matter of time. Sanka, what are you doing? We have the High Inquisition on our side, but we also must sow dissent amongst the other regions. We won't succeed alone. For the next stage of the scheme, the Grandees must raise our region's defiance to a combined total of at least 8, or ensure that another region begins a rebellion in 3 seasons. Okay, so you guys want to selling bitches like my daughter? is that how the religious folk do it, Sanka, in this world? Huh? So right now, the patricians are still trying to keep their trade up nice and high. The Grandees now need to make everyone else start having defiance issues. So there's a total of 5 on the board right now. They need it up to 8. And the counts, what was the counts needed to do again?
Counts need stability, I think it's 4 or below.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, stability 4 or below or 3 or below, one of the two. For VTuber juices, exclamation mark, death. Here you can adopt a new law that alters how voting is run. You can only adopt 1 new law at a time and have a maximum of 3 laws to use. Okay, before I do that, I am going to go grab a drink real quick because my throat is drying out. 2 seconds.
It
doesn't actually count 2 seconds.
Shut up, Necro. I am the first patrician. I will make you lose your mind so that I can be in charge.
I'm back.
Hi, back.
Well, what did I miss? Let's trick him.
Me.
Tom dead. Necro. What? You're in the same faction?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't believe you. But yeah, bulk Necro. So after voting, nobles can change their minds and vote for a different option. How nobles choose to vote is hidden from the monarch's view, or a monarch can mark their preference voting. If chosen, they gain +1 authority. Well, I know that's completely pointless, because you guys will automatically vote against anything I vote for.
Really?
Let's go with swing votes, so that you guys can change your vote. That should keep things spicy. Boy won't. Aw, Boy's a good boy. Okay, we've got events in the coast and in the east, so let's start with the coast. We've yet to have an event in the south. Your Majesty, a ship has exploded at the port. The water swelled like a tidal wave and my whole town was devastated. Kind of explosion. I have no idea, Your Esteemed Highness. All I know is that the ship arrived from Kurth just yesterday, and now my docks have been destroyed. Oh, depths below. Well, well, well. Looks like your actions have consequences, and Necro's lost half his money. And the patricians have lost their trade advantage now. If I may. This may be the promised retribution from Kurth. Yeah, exactly. As Poi says, we could have sold the woman. We planned genocide anyway, right now. Oof. Retribution? Then this was an attack. You cannot let this stand, your majesty. Okay, so we have 4 options up on the table, lads. So, vote for A. Ban exports to Kurth and place high tariffs on their goods. Would increase our authority but reduce our trade. That is especially, bad for the patricians. B. Command Oread to patrol the coast in her gunship. So, we'd also still reduce our trade, but we would increase our authority and military for the region. C. Focus on rebuilding and avoiding angering Kurth further. That increases defiance, reduces authority, and reduces trade. Or D. Hand Orion over to Kurth. We get money, reduce our defiance, and reduce our authority. I am going to set swing votes on and commence the voting. Okay, we've got a vote for sending out Oread out. We have a vote to hand her over. 2 votes to hand her over, in fact. Remember, yellows, you want to increase defiance in the different regions. Potentially. This isn't a very anarcho-syndicist commune. Storm, you getting a vote in? You're one of our nobles, right? Yeah, you are. Is Heavy there? Okay, Heavy's there as well, voting for C as well. So we have three decisions made. So you can, if anyone wants to change their votes, you can. Heavy failed. Oopsie, yep, Heavy did fail. Oh, we gotta switch over to vote B. Okay, I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds to, I could choose any of your votes still. 2, 1, time's up. Supposed to raise defiance, City Sanker. The Kurth has blown up a ship at a coastal port, causing devastation. How should the kingdom respond? Command Oread to patrol the coast in her gunship. We have just set a prisoner free on an armed boat with technology greater than ours. I'm not sure what you guys are thinking, but it's an interesting one.
Hello, I like money.
Oread is hauled from her jail cell and brought before you. When you tell her your plan, she is more than willing to accept and immediately sets sail. In between patrols, she even trains your other captains on how to fight the Kurth's cannons. Over the coming months, trade ships from both sides come under attack. Skirmishes on the open sea between the Kingdom and Republican navies become commonplace, so trade has been reduced even further for the patricians, but you now have a stronger military force. You now have a capable military, in fact. With no one willing to give in, the conflict will continue for the foreseeable future. At least you have Oread on your side. I'm surprised she is even helping our military, to be honest. So that's where the fuckers are coming from, all the way over
my
there.
enemy is my friend, I guess.
Republicans, I'm on the wrong side here. Okay. But now let's see if Heidi is a werewolf or not.
I'm not.
Your Majesty, I've received word back from the Inquisitors that you sent to the east to investigate the claims about Countess Smallboy 227 and her nocturnal activities. And we placed Countess Smallboy 227 in heavy iron chains and waited until nightfall. She transformed into a vicious monster, black fur, claws like scythes. He broke free and killed dozens of Inquisitors before he subdued it.
Blasphemy.
It's clear that Countess Smallboy 227 was a devil worshipper, cursed by the Ninth God for her sins.
True.
Well, it went full furry, yep. We request permission to burn her alive in the town square.
Jesus Christ!
Well, Heidi, it's been a good
Morbid,
stream.
innit?
I'm putting this to the vote. Remember, Pig was real.
Oh, great, so I'm dying. Okay, cool. It
That
was nice knowing everyone.
the Ninth God is
you'll-
watching, Your Highness. Do you not think you can defy his will? Okay, so we have some options. We can send soldiers to kill Heidi in secret. You can throw Heidi into the
It isn't secret
dungeon.
anymore, is it?
You can order Heidi to keep control of her condition.
Can I vote?
Yes, I believe so. And you can burn the beast alive in public. Okay, commencing the vote. Here we go. Vote, my nobles, vote. We got a vote for burn. We got a vote. We got 2 votes for keeping Askia. 3 votes for Askia to keep her condition under control.
Thank you.
2 votes to vote. Burn that witch. Burn the beast.
I'm not a beast.
4
I'm
votes.
trying my best.
Listen, comrade count. Stop killing my peasants so I can slack and drink more. Okay, the voting is now closed. We have ordered the Countess to keep control of her beastly deform.
I'll do my best, everyone, just for you.
Poor Hebby. Hebby's trying to steer her ship and Sanka's just like,
Thank you,
Jesus,
King
take the
Nano.
wheel. I can only...
Oh, thank you, Stanko.
Time for you to read, Heidi.
Oh, I can only apologise for my... I can't read that word. Indiscretions?
Indiscretions, yeah.
I did it. From now on, I will confine myself to the dungeon whenever I experience my little episodes. I appreciate you handling this matter privately. I mean, we all did votes, so it's not even private, but yeah, thanks anyway.
I also want to say that you just asked the guy who failed to pronounce a 3-letter word for advice on how to speak.
Shush.
I mean, it's fine. You were here too in case I needed the backup.
Hebby out here all about winning. Aw. You've got this, Hebby, I believe. You've got the most manpower, even if you've got Sanka deliberately trying to crash the ship. A few days later, you hear word that the monster attacks have ceased. Unfortunately, rumour spreads that the king refused to punish a monster that devastated so many peasant families. Bruh, the nobles chose not to do anything about it in the first place.
Oh, they're peasants anyway.
They're peasants anyway. See, look, we appeased the man-bear pig, see? We didn't have to kill anybody, chat. There's peaceful solutions. Your wedding to Ada is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike... Shut up. Shut up from the... Fine. Your wedding to Ada is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike from across the realm travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Ada at your side.
Hey, is that the cathedral that we built to kill like
Oh my god, that would be brilliant if it was. Do you want to take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife?
Please don't change my mind.
No, I do.
Yeah, change your mind.
I pronounce you king and wife. Not even man and wife, just king and wife. Try do it for sex. It's a long con heavy. We destabilize the entire land and use that to enable the glorious People's Revolution. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast. And after the feast, a dance. At the feast, your new wife Ada delivers a long, rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep.
Nice, you sound
So,
interesting.
the kingdom has improved. And my authority has gone up. And the defiance of everybody has gone down. This is good. This is very good. Why didn't we get anything? What do you mean, why didn't we get anything? You've sold your daughter off to be married. You've secured an alliance with the king. By the time you find yourself alone with Ada, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. What a wonderful occasion that was. A shame that tradition demanded we marry in St. Bertrand's Cathedral. I assure you the temples down in the south are much grander. I hope you're not feeling homesick already. Of course not. I never get homesick, actually. I can't abide people who waste time dwelling on the past. What are your thoughts on the state of the kingdom? Hello, madam. No. Well, you know, the kingdom looks after itself. Ada immediately changes the topic to talk about something she's more interested in. I'm just a humble follower of the Ninth God's teaching. Bruh, don't say that. I already know. And everywhere I look, I'm surrounded by sinners and heathens. I can't wait to laugh at them for fear after. That's so interesting. I could have said I'm not married and out to twit. It is, isn't it? Anyway, to continue on the subject, oh my fucking god, I've made a horrible mistake. You gently fall asleep to the sound of Ada droning on about herself. How to kill a wife. Well, I swear.
You really raised a boring daughter.
Yeah, I've got to get her pregnant first.
Pregnant.
In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The coastal economy is strong. What do we do with all this coin? Bro, why did you just get, like, free money? Joe, you're up.
Time to start buying things, my friend. Land, roaders, bridges.
Rodents!
We'll buy up the whole kingdom, piece by piece.
Riches. You're still going?
But first, the king must be in desperate need of our gold.
To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons.
Well,
You want to spend the king's money? Spend. The kingdom looks after itself. See? The workers shall unite and rise up to cast down the failed monarchy. Right, you want to put in a new monarchy. Everyone's schemes are already like at stage 2. So, right now, currently, the counts are succeeding. The grandees are not. And the patricians are not. This still could go any way. Any one of your factions could win. Ah, we finally have some southern events. Let's start with the Stone Maiden. Behold, your majesty. Grandee various number pulls aside a tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of Grandee Heavy Days. The statue is impeccably detailed. Its expression of frozen grimace. Heavy and I need a new baby. Sorry, what? A new one? A sad sight, is it not? A gift? No, let's say, the sculptor is most talented. Hey, your majesty, this is no statue. It seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the south. Well, I know she's abroad. She's called the Stone Maiden, so what is that joke? Who's that? She's a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before walking and terrorizing the kingdom. Wait, so we have Medusa running around and she's turned Heavy to stone.
oh no.
I see.
Anyway.
There are worse things than man-bear pigs.
She must have ambushed Grandee Heavy Days on the latest vineyard inspection. Please, your holiness, we must do something. No, Grandee Heavy Days has died. Heavy Days II has joined the council. Heavy got caught on a milk run. We don't even have the money to hire a wizard. So we have a vote coming up. We can send an army to smash this thing to rubble, which has a 30% chance to succeed. Tell everyone in the south to hide, or consult fairy tales for a solution. Bruh.
Always seems very logical.
Alright, you've got 3 choices, chat. B, C, or D. Either 30% chance for the military to succeed, 70% for the authority approach, and 55% for the... Why are so many of you going all in into the fairy tales?
I meant to put C.
What, to make everybody hide?
Yeah.
Tom, can you put your head down more? Bruh, stop trying to lower my head even further. Anywhere I go, I'm not in a good place. I don't know how to... Hang on, I know what I'll do.
Whoa, long boy.
Long
Long.
man.
No, you can't be there.
Oh my god, yeah, I can't even be there. I can't be anywhere on the screen. You know what? There's only one place I can be.
Right corner. Okay. Yes, there. Perfect. Leave it there.
Yep. I am your king. I watch from the heavens. We are consulting the fairy tales, the children's stories. Oh, bro, hang on. Apparently I'm just appearing. Wait, what? Wait, what is up with my avatar? Why am I just floating?
I don't
Don't
know.
question it. Just be floating.
Where's the cheese crown? We don't have a cheese crown. The ancient texts. You send for an expert folklorist from Quail University. According to the legend, the Stone Maiden always stays far inland, away from the shore. Perhaps there's something there, where she just doesn't like water and a bath. That's the solution. A saline solution. She must react badly to seawater. You send a squad of knights, each armed with a blindfold and a bucket of seawater. To your surprise, it works. Bruh, imagine being those knights getting that order. Are you the king? I haven't voted for you. You don't vote for a king. As soon as she's drenched, the Stone Maiden shrieks and flees back to the underground lair, where she falls into an immortal slumber. Okay, we've increased the stability. The kingdom is stable again. No factions are currently succeeding in their roles. Now, I've just noticed there's some visual reminders of what your goals are, whether you want to lower or raise the things, and what colours you are. So it shows you here. That's actually really useful. Let's commence a trade war, shall we? And you're like, what the fuck? Why would you vote for the fairy tale books? I know, I'm sorry, that clearly the fairy tales were the right option. Your Majesty, the Republic of Kurth has levied extreme trade sanctions against us for our perceived crimes against them. Notably, your refusal to surrender Oread to their custody.
For God's sakes, Tom, starting a war.
I didn't start this war.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. You guys did.
No,
You
you
put
could
it
have
to a vote.
circumvented us. You put it to a vote.
That's for the council to decide. Kurth must also be suffering from this. We can't afford to wait them out. Our people will soon run out of basic necessities. We can escalate the trade war.
I'll just eat the peasants, it's fine.
By raising tariffs on their goods, which would be really bad for us. We could import essential goods from Ashmead instead of Kurth. We could lower tariffs and offer exclusive trade routes to Kurth as concessions. Or we could send Oread and the Navy to take Kurth's good by force. I am going to put a veto in on option A. But otherwise, you're an hour up, chat. What do you want to vote for?
Well, I wanted to vote for A.
Figures. Instead of essential goods from Ashmead, import essential goods from Ashmead instead of Kurth. Okay. That could have some benefits. Got 3 votes for importing goods, 1 for lowering tariffs, 3 for lowering tariffs. This is looking like a pretty 50-50 split so far. We're still missing 1 noble. Heavy, your vote swings it. There, Heavy? Okay, come to the German side. Oh, and Heavy sings it. We're lowering the tariffs and offering exclusive trade routes to Kurth. I've noticed how the counts often don't seem to win votes.
We work hard. There's only 2 of us. We're doing our best.
But your concessions are primarily seen as a sign of weakness. You stave off total collapse. Kurth eagerly agrees to your terms, knowing that they have the upper hand in all future negotiations. My authority just got very heavily shrunk. I am now only credible. Why is Heby's daughter betray me? Rigged out of time. You didn't run out of time. Don't negotiate with terrorists. Good job. We literally just negotiated, though. My path to war didn't work, so I need to go for the backup. This simply can't go on, Your Majesty. The Archboffins think they know everything, but they know nothing of the Ninth God's wrath. Please, Your Majesty, we found a perfect site for an observatory high in the southern hills, but it's on a grandee's various numbers land, and he refuses to let us build there. Such things are heresy. The stars are just as big and close as the Ninth Gods intended. Who put you up to this idea, I bet it was one of those patricians, like my anxiety. Oh. I'm going to enable swing votes on this. So we get to you guys get to vote on constructing an observatory, finding a different site for it, forbidding the construction of the observatory, or forbid construction and investigate the scholars' funding. Swing votes are available. Proceed, chat. Proceed, my nobles. I mean, I wouldn't call a constitutional republic terrorists. Get your heresy the fuck off my lawn, you scholar bitch. Okay, we've got a lot of people who,
You're the one the observatory. I'm so confused.
I didn't though.
it was just a
You built
suggestion.
What did you build then?
He did build an observatory, but it's
I
not
did
that
build an
observatory.
observatory. Yeah, but
Yeah.
this one is just one that I'm being blamed for people wanting to construct.
Yeah, after all, he did
Which
fund
I
one in the
think
past.
is racist.
I think it's fair considering your previous funding history.
I think it's
Yeah.
racist because I'm green.
And you can change your votes if you want to swing it. We are still down a heavy vote. Like swing vote. So I will leave the votes open for a little while longer because you can with swing votes you can change. Yeah, we have more voting for C.
Oh, sakes, Necro.
You still got time to coordinate your strategy. Okay. Abby, you there?
Okay, Necro, go away. Go away, Necro, go away.
This is some bullshit.
Oh, Abby is voting for B.
Boy, come to.
Now that Abby's
C
voted.
quickly.
I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds.
Boy, vote C.
Vote A.
Why are you vote?
Vote A.
Boy.
5, 4,
Boy.
3,
You're talking
2,
us, boy.
1, and votes are closed. Voting is tied at 3. Break the tie by selecting one of the options. I get to choose.
Oh.
I'm
Understandable,
going to construct the
understandable.
authority.
Wow. This king means nothing to me.
You've got my daughter, betrayer. You offered her up. The grandees grumble and groan, but construction goes ahead over time. The observatory provides new jobs and brings many travelling scholars to the area, paying for itself many times over. So the South has actually gained trade as well, and has increased its defiance a little bit. I want her virginity back now. I don't think I can give that back. I don't even know if I've taken that. Jesus.
It sounds like all they talked about was God, and that's about it.
Yeah. Something tells me I'm not getting that. I just noticed I'm wonky. Okay. Right. We have another auction to fund. So for those of you that weren't there for the previous fundings, you pick a thing you want to fund, and then you pick how much you want to throw in. So we have a prison, which reduces stability somehow. We have a Thieves Guild, which reduces trade for the counts. You have the Grand Bazaar, which would increase trade for the grandees. Or the Theatre, which reduces my authority. You have the Monument, which improves my authority for the patricians. And Observatory, which reduces faith. We are now commencing the bidding. We have 1 minute. What do you want to fund? Fund B. Okay, we're funding a Thieves Guild right now, and we have and a prison. You got some funding into the monument. Whoever funded the monument, thank you. Yeah, you're broke. You did spend all your money on a church immediately. Okay. Right now, it looks like we're going to have a prison and a monument. It's the 2 top funded buildings will be funded.
Oh.
Joe fucked me over.
What did you mean?
He did his job.
Yeah,
he played it as he should have. How does this even work? So you need to join using join !join in the top plus a pronoun. So either he, she, or they. You then become a noble of one of the families, and you get to vote in various different parts like this. Okay, so we have funded a prison and an observatory. So the patricians will lose their faith, and I lose stability overall, which is not good for me.
Prison.
Why do we need to get bullied as last place already? We're already last place, and you're just kicking us while we're down.
You're betraying people left, right, and centre.
What do you mean?
Losing your faith isn't necessarily a bad thing.
It is a bad thing, though.
You don't need the religion, though.
Losing stats is still a bad thing.
Alright, let's deal with a bizarre report. Jesus. Yeah, Jesus is struck. Your Majesty, I've received worrying reports. Worrying and confusing. Let me help you out. What's wrong? I've received reports from one of my little birdies in Count Lurking Poise Keep. He has a most unusual guest. He guessed the second god himself. Oh no, is this some kind of parasite thing? No. It's you, Your Majesty, or someone who looks just like you. I have no reason to suspect the Counts of plotting anything, and yet I can't square this away. Unfortunately, I can't devote too many resources to solving this puzzle, with the kingdom in such a lamentable state. Too busy fighting fires elsewhere. I recommend you call a meeting of the council and try to do something to put a stop to this. Very well, we will assemble you all at once. Come, my nobles.
Kill all the counts.
The counts are plotting something. How should the council stop them? Triple the security around the palace. Conduct a thorough search of the eastern castles, which lies the scheme for one season, or do nothing. I am going to put in the monarch's choice. I propose conducting a thorough search of the eastern castles. Commence the voting. Don't worry about it, boy. Bro, everyone just wants to spend all my money.
Do nothing.
Dude,
We did nothing wrong.
yeah, that checks out from a count.
Nothing to see here.
The Poi is the only one that's helping me out, and it's against him. Bruh. That never see it going. Okay. Wait, I got it right. That's yeah. You voted to triple the security, which helps the Greens. Okay. So we have tripled my security. My authority is now dubious, but my stability is up. The ranks of your palace are now swollen with new recruits. Strict curfew is set upon a 2-mile radius of the palace. It should help keep you safe, but the nobles think it's a display of weakness. There are rumors that you're slipping into paranoia. Oh no. What are you guys doing to my kingdom? A dangerous road. Your Holiness, the merchants in the south are complaining about the bandits. The southern roads are too dangerous to travel, even with guards. Gangs of highly organized, well-armed highwaymen will ambush merchant caravans and steal absolutely everything. But we don't have enough money to pay for mercenaries. I wonder why that is. We can make a few empty promises and hope it all goes away, which I feel like is what you're going to all vote for. Send a battle-hardened regiment to rout the bandits, or offer a bounty on bandit scalps. I'm going to set swing laws into effect. But time to vote, nobles. Time to vote. Okay, we're looking 50-50 so far. We have one vote for sending in the military. 3 votes on bounty scalps. I noticed that the money people sank a vote B.
Yes, thank you.
You can change your votes at the moment.
You seem to always vote the one that cucks you the most.
We need the defiance. Okay, says Storm. Heavy, you there? Your vote's still not counted for.
Well, Heavy's obviously.
Heavy AD. Heavy. What we need less defiance. No, you want to increase defiance amongst the nations.
Well, no, we want less defiance, because if our defiance is too high, then yellow progresses.
Yeah, you guys want. Everyone else wants to progress it, reduce it, but the yellows want to increase it. Or cause a rebellion. Okay, we're closing the votes. Heavy has also voted for option B. People never came to help when Manbear Pig attacked. No, we need more. We won't let you like those. Aw, Boy's a good boy. Team Yellow, Heavy's... plus Heavy number 2. Right. A few weeks later, you hear word from the south. The bandit problem is worse. The outlaws are even more daring, and the merchants are too afraid to send their goods outside the city, outside of the city walls. The south is now aloof, and your trade is now modest. So slowly, the kingdoms are all crippling each other. Oh wait, no, the defiance you increased is not the defiance that you want. You want the other nations' defiance up. Yours doesn't
Which
matter.
is 5 in total, isn't it?
It's 8 in total.
Oh. Well.
Well, that's fine for you because you're purple. You don't want that to succeed.
How do you know? Maybe I'm helping yellow.
You're a traitor to your own cause.
No.
Yellow does know they want other people's defiance up, not theirs, Lamau.
I didn't.
Spared her life. Your marriage to Ada has grown stale. Go figure. Oh, and you get along well enough, and you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. She cares more about the ninth god than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you still need an heir.
Maybe.
Congratulations are in order! The royal wedding was a magnificent affair! And I'm impotence face. Whoa, what are you saying about me there, Sanko? Where's baby?
Where, baby?
You've raised the religious
Also from
prude.
Something called hyper-virility.
I get that reference. Shoot straight through the eggs like bullets. Congratulations are in order. Oh yeah, I read that bit. It went about as well as I could expect it. You're still in power, aren't you? You still got the crown on your head? That's what matters. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir.
Sound like fucking Sergey the meerkat.
You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard or the youngest of your many cousins.
Oh.
Child now, no, Sanka, what are you trying to do? Why is he on top? Everyone complained about me being on the side still. Fuck you, Tom's mum. Sorry, what? In-game mum, though. Compare insurance. Compare insurance. Oh, God. My wife and I will have a child together. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I have a bastard child lying around somewhere. I will make my youngest cousin my heir. I plan to adopt a lowborn child from the orphanage. Maybe I should... Sanka is very desperate for me to have sex with her daughter. I'm a little concerned about that. I'll try with it. I was going to adopt a lowborn.
Yeah, why would you not adopt a child? A child needs a home, Sanka.
Yeah, Sanka. You ruined it for a poor lowborn child out there. The traditional method. The traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from your ruling so you can get down to business.
A month?
You've got to be certain, Heidi. Ow, thank you for the sippy.
About 30 seconds.
Wow. Fucking hell. Oh, why am I being roasted so much? Okay, the planning of an abduction. In the darkest depths of the eastern forest, Count the Lurking Boy has gathered his fellow plotters around a mossy stone obelisk.
Boy, always doing something.
Because he was the first Count, right? What you were?
I was the first Count.
Yeah, I mean, you are too busy being a man-bear pig.
Always conniving. I can't turn my back for a second.
See, Heidi just wants adoption so she feels better about all those families. She's about it. Good
exactly,
point.
you get it. I killed their parents and now they need a home.
Boy's apparently slacking the entire plot together. The kingdom's on the brink of chaos. It's perfect. We have to strike. What do you... there you go, Heidi, sorry.
Sorry, it takes a minute to come up on my screen anyway. What do you intend us to do? Swoop in and kidnap the king in full view of the palace watch?
No, of course not. We need to use this chaos to our advantage. We have two options. Oh, the counts get to vote. Lure the king to the east and abduct him there. Or manufacture a food crisis and kidnap the king during the relief effort. Remember?
I don't know if we should lower our own farming, but...
Yeah, you've already done a good job of
It
that.
could be funny, though. I have killed a lot of people, though, so I will go with whatever you decide.
Remember when I voted to originally start, like, improving the farms?
You can't...
Yeah, you guys who aren't counts cannot vote in the count scheme. Why are you voting for option C?
I'm voting for his own option.
You're going to lure me to the east and abduct me there.
Oh, wait, why did we raise our defiance?
No, that's what you want to do for your own one, yeah? That's what... You didn't pick that through, did you? But then again, yours will succeed. If we need to convince the king that the East is on the verge of a rebellion. In the current climate, he'd be forced to make a diplomatic visit to smooth things over. That's when we strike. One king enters the peace tent, another king leaves. For the final stage of the scheme, the counts must raise their defiance to at least 5, but without starting a rebellion. At least one region has entered the final stages of their scheme. If they pass it, they'll win the game. There are some exceptions. If 2 or more regions pass a final scheme stage, the winner will be decided at random. Stability and authority or treasury hit 0, and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority.
I forgot. If one of your 4 stats hits 0, it's just endgame, isn't it?
Yeah. If the rebellion ends with a rebellion win and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. Who is finishing? It's the counts who are on their last stage. The monarch can only win in ambition events, which will appear after you've acquired an heir. Deep in the south, a grandee paces back and forth along the balcony of a hillside villa. I'm told that progress is slow. How could they be so blind, trusting in that fool of a king after everything he's done? The grandee's aim is to raise the other region's combined defiance to 8 or more to ensure another region starts a rebellion. Bro, we haven't adopted anybody. Wouldn't you mean you'll kill my adopted child?
I thought he's having a child with your daughter.
Yeah. Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, 2 patricians of the coast meet up to plot their latest scheme. Joe, you're up.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for text. To what do I owe this pleasure, Madam Treasurer?
Oh, give it a rest. You know why I'm here. Let's just hurry this up, shall we? Where do I sign?
Here, and here, and here.
There you go. You've got what you wanted.
Take your kidneys now.
Now give me the money.
Step.
Of course. Goodbye, Madam Treasurer.
That was a good encounter.
Do my eyes deceive me? Was that the royal treasurer you were speaking with?
Indeed, my friend. Good news. With the king's gold running out, the treasurer's willing to sell off the kingdom's roads and bridges. We now have roaders.
Soon the kingdom will be ours. What will we do when we own everything?
We will make up a stupid motto, like, all roads lead to Patricia.
Don't kill me, Sanka, please. Patricians get to vote here. So you can turn the king into a proud corporate mascot. So, super Disney. You gotta be quick though. Or mercilessly extract wealth from the kingdom until it collapses. You would literally gonna collapse the kingdom. What do you mean, communist revolution? This is as capitalist as it gets. Jesus, I'm a little concerned. 2 schemes are now in the final stages. I'm gonna protect my authority and prevent the defiance raise of the counts. We've invested a lot of money in this kingdom. Oh, sorry, that's you.
We've invested lots of money in this kingdom. It's about time we started turning a profit.
But what about the king? Try to stop us?
The key word there, my friend, is try.
For the final stages of the patrician scheme, they must lower authority to 2 or less. Bruh, all I wanted to do was improve my farming. This nation. We haven't even had a farming related event apart from Heidi destroying some farms. Okay, it's time for me to tax a nation. Prove defiance. I'm going to tax the patricians of the coast.
Why?
Because you guys have money. And you were the ones who made me, were a big force behind making me spend all my money. Okay. Remember that bandit problem we had before? Yeah, you guys have made it worse. Have fun with dealing with this. Every day, more bandits attack our roads in the south. We are overrun with scoundrels and outlaws. I've looked into this, Your Majesty. A leader of sorts has emerged from among the rabble. But now, the lawless scum do his bidding. Tell me more. He calls himself Thomas Greensleeves, and he claims to steal from the rich and give to the poor. By all that is holy. Never heard such nonsense. Hey, the roads are the property of the coasts now. This is their problem. Good point! The local villagers idolize him. They're singing ballads about him, turning him into a legend. And they won't hesitate to let his men hide amongst them when the sheriff comes knocking. Who cares who he is? We need to kill him and teach the others a lesson. Okay, so, the upcoming vote. Place a hefty bounty on his head. Could send a spy to join the bandits and locate their hideout. We could tempt one of the bandits to rat out their leader. Or we could mount an excessive smear campaign to discredit Thomas Greensleeves. I disagree with myself here. Good. Either commence the voting. Most of these options will reduce trade and increase defiance. Or one which just has a 40% chance to do something random. Way has immediately gone for the bounty, and so has Storm. We have a smear campaign. Zank has gone for the bounty. Roll the dice, baby. 2 votes for smear campaign. 4 votes for the smear campaign. We are closing the voting because that balances it out. Let's go. It can't be turned in any way now. Let's see what happens then. Challenge failed. The South has now reduced its trade and increased its defiance.
So what you're saying is the South has increased the defiance of only them.
Yep. Nobody comes forward to claim your bounty. Thomas Greensleeves and his jovial jackanapes grow bolder by the day, even attacking grandees in their carriages and spreading the wealth amongst the poor. So things in the South aren't going particularly hot. How about the monster unleashed? You're up to something again, aren't you, Heidi?
What?
You're up to something again, aren't you?
What do you mean I'm up to something?
There's a monster.
No, I promised I would never again.
It's a day like any other. You're sitting in the council hall, listening to your nobles argue about something or other. Today's session is getting particularly heated. This fellow says Storm. This seems bad. It's fine, it's all part of the long game. Let's see. By the 9th. My goodness, my good countess, you must understand my position. We simply cannot lower tariffs. You're up, Heidi.
You profiteering will leave me penniless. Penniless! Oh dear. Get away from me. I feel faint.
Please just transform and kill Necro.
Good grief, she's having a heart attack. Someone fetch the physician. Are you alright?
I have half a mind to... What the fuck am I on? I'm on crack. Ooh. Become a spooky ghost.
Oh no!
Ow.
Ow!
Yes, he did just tax her into going monstrous. You fool, he managed to appease Man Bear Pig. Before the astonished eyes of the council, Countess Smallboy 227's flesh rips and bulges. Jet black hair spreads across her body. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Love my trench coat.
Huge gleaming claws sprout from her fingers. With incredible speed, Countess Smallboy 227 pounces upon the noble patrician Necroage and claps her jaws on the screaming noble patrician's throat. Blood sprays across the face of the rest of the council. Shock gives way to panic. The monster's turned its glowing eyes their way.
We should have killed her. Not only has she massacred civilians, she has now massacred Necro.
Look, it was an accident. He was looking kind of tasty.
The council hall fills with shrieks of blubbering.
Look, we all make mistakes.
Nothing of value.
At least any more peasant families.
I'm with Point here. We've lost nothing of value. It's only Necro. Necro II is now in charge.
Exactly. Thank you.
Also, are one of your teeth going all the way back up to your nose?
Yeah, it's like a boar snout one.
It's a little, yeah, like a little boar.
By the 9, a monster. Fetch the town guard. Fetch the town guard. Help. Sweet knife above. Honor guard, protect me. Your Eastern Knights charge, reciting battle poetry as they swing their swords. The monsters tear them apart one by one, splattering the wall with blood, but suffers dozens of wounds. Once your honor guard are dead, the monster leaps on you, sinking its scarlet fangs deep into your shoulder. But then, with a final shudder, it dies as the last bit of its blood gushes from its wounds. Oh boy, this is confusing. You stand in the gore-soaked hole, catching your breath and clutching your injured shoulder. The cowardly nobles have fled, taking advantage of the monster's distraction. Only the spy master and the marshal remains. So Heidi's died. Heidi the second is here.
I was trying to eat him.
I was supposed to be taking a whole.
Now going to become a werewolf.
Yeah, that's a point. That could be a problem. I was supposed to be spending the month with my wife.
For your highly devout wife.
She's about to become a snack in a whole different meaning. Can we ask politely that for small boy to eat King Nano? It's a bit late for that.
Tried. I literally chowed down on his shoulder.
Back to Slacky again. Yeah, turns out choosing an honor guard that can't fight wasn't the best idea.
Really?
Yeah, crazy concept.
You don't see that every day. And you're right, Your Majesty. Oh my god. I need medical assistance. The marshal fetches the royal physician, who hurriedly begins bandaging your shoulder. Rumor of the attack quickly spreads among the nobles, the peasants, who promptly panic, declaring half the nobles as secret monsters. The wound is slow to heal. Thankfully, it doesn't appear infected. Your physicians expect a full recovery.
No, that's a shame.
Maybe I won't be a werewolf. People
I
of our
think you
fine...
will.
From a werewolf fight, can you?
Yeah, that's how werewolves spread.
Oh, I don't know.
People of our fine nation, rise up now against the monster that has taken the place of our king. Greetings, Nanohan. I've had an idea. As you know, the people of the south are quite pious. Yeah, you don't have to remind me. As a member of the royal household and an avid adherent of the church myself, I thought I might go back to my homeland for a time and take the opportunity to preach in your favour. You make me some kind of saint?
I'm leaving.
Not exactly. I mean, unless they really start to like you. But support from the church can't be a bad thing, can it? Go forth, teach them to love me. Praise be, I'll make the preparations immediately. Oh, thank God, I'm getting rid of her for a while. Red spread fast, but the Queen Consort is planning a tour of the south. Thousands flock to the towns and villages where she plans to stop. Once she arrives, she gives a series of impassioned speeches to the locals, preaching at length about your good standing with the church. Thank God. My stability's gone back up, and the defiance in the south has reduced. It strikes a chord. Spy Master happily announces that your popularity is rising across the region. Okay, I am just about keeping things stable here. Poy's gonna miss Mambo Pig. They were actually pretty cool when, like, they weren't killing all my peasants.
I'm glad John wants to be.
Okay, I get to choose a new law I can add. Count. Timer set to 15 seconds, the vote will automatically close. Okay, so that's a quick one. Nobles vote for a monarch's choice, they will gain 500 plus personal wealth. Plus 1 stability if more than 50% of the nobles vote for any one option. I'm going to go with the monarch's golden choice.
No one's gonna pick your choice, so
If they like money, they will.
we don't like money here.
Hello, they're the patricians. Okay.
So you realise what you've done is you've just removed the monarch's choice. And
Yeah.
replaced it with something that requires the monarch's choice.
I think it works as the monarch's choice, but gives you gold. We will find out. More money means more drink. Exactly, Polly. Noble kidnapped. Your Serene Highness, the loyal and noble Lord Patrician, my anxiety has been taken hostage. What will kidnappers want with him? Some criminal organization. These horrid miscreants demand gold and safe passage to Ashmead in exchange for my anxiety's return. Well, everybody, you get to vote on whether we keep Joe or not. We can pay the ransom for Lord Patrician's my anxiety's release, which would drain most of my treasury, reduce our authority, and reduce defiance. Or we could send the coast troops after the kidnappers, or we could ignore the letter.
Well, we want to reduce defiance so Yellow can't win, right?
And you want to
Right.
reduce my authority. I'm going to put the golden choice onto the sending troops after the kidnappers. Because that's an 80% chance to succeed with their military. The voting has commenced. Oh my god, we have 3 votes to ignore the letter. Joe, it's all down to Hebby. If Hebby votes to help you, or if any other nobles suddenly join them and vote.
If Heavy helps them, Heavy cucks. No.
Heavy.
But Joe needs help.
Elden Ring, Heavy.
Ignore
Heavy.
the... Hey, good job, Heavy. Proud of you. Voting is closed. The council has decreed, fuck Joe.
No, the council decrees. I don't know anything about a letter.
Without the assistance of the treasury, the patricians cannot raise the required funds in time. Anxiety soon meets the grist again, and you're now in the mutinous region.
Yeah, well done, Counts. You have one job.
What?
My anxiety the second has joined the council.
What was our one job?
To not let Yellow get their thing up.
They still got 2 slots to go.
Your thing would jump to 6.
A letter? What letter? Oh, well. Your Serene Highness.
No, it's me.
It's you again. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Your Serene Highness. Oh, it doesn't come through.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, does
It does, and it's making me cringe.
Your Serene Highness.
Blech.
A great big whale washed up on the coast right outside my villa.
I've never wanted to literally cringe into myself more.
However, before
Stop!
I could order my servants to harvest its blubber, a thin folk crawled up onto the sand and begged me for an audience with the king.
I've always wanted to be a denizen of the sea. Why is Joe now doing ASMR?
I'm doing ASMR because my other character was very loud, and this guy's the reclusive son as a result of their father being kidnapped and killed.
VTuber Jesus help. It pegged you, her. Sorry, what? Your hopes are fulfilled with when a frog-faced, green-skinned man waddles in. That is not what I was expecting, to be honest. His flippers slapping against the marble. Your Majesty, you must not allow Lord Patrician Anxiety II to kill Carl Alarm. Alarm is a wise, gentle whale, a friend of the Finfolk. In what way is this whale your friend? She keeps the sharks away, banishes our gloom, and with her beautiful songs, and provides us with her bounties.
Heavy, you want milk? Heavy?
I regret asking. Please return her to the waters where she was born. Joe? Milk Heavy the whale? Why are we milking the whale?
And hear me out, your esteemed highness. We could strip down the world to its component parts and make a fortune. Who cares what these fish-faced fools think?
Okay. We have a vote coming. Lord Patrician Anxiety II can slaughter and harvest the whale, earning him a lot of money, earning him some trade, reducing his defiance, and reducing his farming. He can return it to the Finfolk, which increases defiance and increases farming. And we can make it that the whale as a fine trophy and increase defiance.
Okay.
Go at it,
I'm going
nobles.
to put it out. I just want to put it out to the counts now that if you vote for anything other than A, then what is happening is that you're agreeing to throw this game for orange/yellow.
Yellow is the furthest behind right now.
You're still agreeing to throw the game for them.
Can we kill Joe the second? I don't like the way he talks. Make it look wonderful in my throne room. Oh, it's a 50-50 choice. Interesting. It's tied. Okay, I want the whale.
Tom's gonna pick C. He wants the game to be more fair.
You want your treasure increase, don't you, Tom?
We spent more time cucking.
Is that your treasure or mine?
That's yours because
We don't get treasure.
Yeah, we have our personal
don't
funds,
even
but that's
understand this
allocated.
game.
That's allocated from the stuff you give us.
You can sell the whale.
Sell the whale.
Hello?
We angered the Kraken or
No,
something.
you will pay for the surface dweller. No, yeah, you get money. I don't get money.
No, you get money.
No, apparently not.
Yeah, I told you it was your
Apparently I'm the
personal
one who
fund.
gets the
Oh.
money.
Because the treasury has a different logo.
That's funny.
The whale is killed, Felsen and harvest for valuable blubber, oiled in
And then
ambergris.
no.
As a result, the coast prospers, and Lord Patrician Anxiety II prospers most of all. You spinner. Now, I'm looking for a return on that investment, don't you worry. However, a spate of bad fortune sees many coastal fishing vessels sunk at sea, their sailors lost forever. One of the few survivors reports that they were raided by grudge-bearing thin folk.
I say we just drop his stability to 0.
Fevered dreams. Over the course of the
This
spring,
is a result of.
you find yourself plagued by horrific dreams, running through open woods, full of screams as your colossal jaws bite beasts and humans alike. You're always hunting, always hungry. The council has noticed your lack of sleep, as you become tired and irritable during the court sessions. Something must be done. Uh-oh. My authority. I'm going to seek out a wood witch. While the spy master keeps an ear out for rumors of magic, you begin your search in your spare time. He's a wolf, kill it, silver bullet, man bear pig boogaloo. You can only hope that you find someone before it's too late. Right, where's Kid? Where is Babby? How is Babby made?
The
Okay.
kid's gonna end up being a wolf at this point.
Okay, none of the only Green has progressed their victory condition at the moment. They're one off. If they lower my authority further, then they can win. One of the more regions are able to rebel, as their defiance stats is higher than both authority and stability. Uh-oh. If the rebels get more victory points than the loyalists, they'll win the game. If the loyalists get more victory points than the rebels, they'll put down the rebellion and continue the game. If multiple regions rebel and win, a vote between the two rebelling regions at the highest stats will determine the successor. Basically, the patricians are going to rebel, and I'm assuming you guys can throw in whether to help, which, if you prevent the rebels from winning, means that Green doesn't win. Or, like, you stop Green from winning. Important, rebelling regions have their schemes paused. Regions with high military stats are more likely to overthrow the monarch with rebellion. So having a higher military means that you're going to be better in this fight too. Stability, authority, or treasury hit 0, the rebels will win the civil war. So...
I say let the rebels win. Funny, innit?
Wait, no, we're still on loyalists.
Yeah, you're on the verge of rebellion right now.
Oh, in a rebellion.
Patricians may vote to rebel by typing !rebel.
I don't think we need to.
You need two to start a rebellion.
Rebel. Oh, that's no fun. I wanted to see what a rebellion was.
Okay. I need to get a new honor guard. The deaths of your honor guard in the line of duty was a tragedy, Your Majesty. But we don't have time to mourn. We must replace them at once. The king needs protections. We could get the Order of the Drowned Rose again. The gladiators or the battle nuns. Of course, since your previous honor guard were Eastern Knights, whose armor couldn't save them from a hideous fate, the others knights in the East are all unaccountably busy. In other words, I can't hire them again.
We're busy people here.
I don't want to be surrounded by the battle nuns. I've already got a religious wife who's driving me mad. Let's go with the coastal gladiators. A gang of lowborn crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skills at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? I will have made my decision. Hire the coastal gladiators, reducing your defiance. Why would I not have adopted our Adeptus Sororitas? Bruh, I have enough religion in my life right now. The gladiators arrive a few weeks later. The men are bare-chested and the women underdressed. Eager to show off their bodies as much as their weaponry. They gather behind your throne and begin oiling themselves. Yo, I've adopted the Custodes! This is the best! They've legit just started oiling themselves in the fucking throne room.
Okay, so now we're your royal guard. Why don't we just rebel?
Literally got in the fucking
we're not
Custodes.
rebelling.
Yeah. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child. I did it, chat. I did it, Sanka. Are you proud? Should I die? I asked my crown to be. Should I die? I asked my crown be passed down to The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My son. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Heir is complete, like it's not like he was born. Yep, we've completed the heir. Your Holiness.
Sanka's the first one to congratulate, and in chat she's going, what?
Yeah. Oh, Your Holiness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your son. What is his name? I didn't really get a choice there, did I? Nanohan the Second. I'm sure Nanohan the Second will grow up to be a chip of the old block. Stinky. I'm not calling my child Stinky. An embarrassing incident. Your Holiness, this time he's gone too far. Too far, I say. Why am I losing money? Yes, who? Thomas Greensleeves, of course. The leader of the bandits in the south. Did you not hear about what happened to me? I was travelling back to my manor when I was ambushed by Greensleeves. Vile gang. Oh, it's not me, it's Heavy that loses her money. Oh, okay, I'm fine about that. Kill Nanohan the First now. No! They pointed their bows at me and took everything I had. Everything. We got lost. Heavy's lost all our milk funds, oh no. And to make matters worse, they blindfolded me, sat me backwards on a donkey, and paraded me through the nearest village, singing songs about how I was an ass of an ass with an ass for a king. You know, they brought me into this? Yes, Your Holiness. They sang a whole verse about how the crown had been mistakenly placed on the head of an ass. They spoke a lot about asses, in case you couldn't tell. Bruh, this just sounds like Hebbies. This sounds like poised people. By all accounts, Thomas Greensleeves thinks of you as a tyrant. He's going around telling the knaves that the true king is Grandi Pasquale. We must hunt down this traitor, but first he spread my wealth around the local peasantry. I demand we take it back by force. So we can tell Grandi Hebby that there's nothing to be done. We can compensate Hebby, or we can send soldiers to reclaim the stolen fortune. Now, I am going to put the Monarch's Golden Choice in and commence the voting. Monarch's Golden Choice is A. If you want to get paid yourself, A is a good choice. Right, the amount of people that want to lower the stability and my god. I'm surprised Necro's not going for money. Like his own personal money. Well, it's too late now, Necro. It's too late now. The voting has closed. You guys are helping Heavy tonight. Yeah, we are sending soldiers to oppress the peasants. We send a battalion to the South's hardiest veterans, experienced in fighting on foreign fields. If they can't reclaim Grandi Heavy's stolen wealth, we can. Can't let this damn bastard Greensleeves make a mockery of the Grandees. Vile laments. But it turns out that the foreign warfare tactics don't translate well to domestic crime. You received word that the battalion put an entire village to the torch and massacred dozens of peasants. Jesus Christ, guys.
This is in your own territory as well.
The Southern common folk can now view you as a murderous tyrant, and Greensleeves Bandits group swell with new recruits. Yeah, you guys okay down in the South?
Now I get why they're called the South, because it's just like London.
Meanwhile, sifting through the ashes of hundreds of hovels, your soldiers recover the vast majority of Grandi's stolen wealth. So she's got her 900 bucks back.
Yeah, how much of that is from your own citizens who've been murdered?
Wonderful. I'm so glad I didn't have to learn a lesson from this. Oh my god. Majesty, my spies stand at the ready to track down the Greensleeves troublemakers. Just say the word. Do it. I just saw the word was an option. At once, Your Majesty. We'll have them within a fortnight. Go, my spies. We need to put an end to this Robin Hood charlatan. It's an auction. Time to spend your money. We've got monuments. We have observatories. We have stadiums. We have grand bazaars. We have deer parks. And we have theatres, all with different effects. You can all see what they're doing. I don't need to read it to you. Commencing the auction in 5, 4, 3, 2,
I mean, if you
1.
don't want green to win, vote A.
Yep, voting A does currently help with Green's plans. F will put if F is the only thing that's funded, or A doesn't get funded as well, then you guys, then F will, Green faction will win at the end of the season if an event doesn't bring my authority up. That is whoever put $400 in. Good job, Heidi. That is the most effective. You could have put $1 in there and it would still count. That is amazing. Yep. Looks like Green is not getting an easy victory out of this yet. All I wanted to do is improve farming. I've ended up with a war with a foreign nation, becoming a werewolf, and the South having a full-on like civil war with itself, basically. Time is up. What was funded? The theatre has been funded for 2,400, and the monument has been funded for 669. Nice. Okay. My ambition. Let's have a look. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the father of a nation. I'm a broke-ass bitch. Yeah, I'm not surprised. But you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's farms aren't producing enough food, your majesty. Peasants can't rely on me. Bruh, I haven't even had a chance to improve my farming. The current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot, change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own. But your other advisors have other ideas. We should crush the disloyal nobles, smash their armies and force them to submit. Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the churches will lend our full support. With the backing of the church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. Don't listen to the rest of these fools. You heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's a lost artifact, forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any king who recovers it will live through a golden age. So we can have stability in trade, authority in military, authority in faith, or faith in trade. I'm going to create a spy network. I am not letting religion take over this land, not after having my religious wife bore me to death. We finally had a chance to do our stat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? What stat are you trying to go for, actually? I don't see it on the board anymore. Why is decision...
The counts want to raise their own Defiant.
Oh yeah, they do. We'll send them across the kingdom in the guise of travelling bards. This will require a fighting touch. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's stability and overall trade as much as you can. And of course, there can't be an open rebellion amongst the nobles. Sweats nervously in position rebellion chance. The witch hunt. For weeks you've searched for a witch or warlock that can treat the dark and bloody dreams. Knowing the church would be outraged if they found out, you must take discreet actions in your witch hunting. Let's have my armies do it. It failed. As quietly as possible, loyal officers and generals all over the kingdom keep an eye out for anyone who can help you. The search is fruitless. You can only hope a clue turns up soon. Not only are the dreams getting more frequent, they're more vivid, and you're starting to doubt their dreams at all. Heretic, you heard nothing, you saw nothing. Back in your cage. Your Majesty, the spies have uncovered the location of Thomas Greensleeve's hideout. We must strike quickly before he moves on. This is it. Our chance to finally bring an end to the bandit problem. Okay, we can't fund it. We have no money. As per usual, we can't fund an assassin. And as many soldiers as we can muster, or maybe we should leave the bandits alone. I'm going to allow swing voting in this. This is your chance to decide how the region should go, chat. Do you want to help with the yellows, or do you want to hinder them? We immediately have 2 votes in for C, 2 votes in for B. So this is a 50-50 split. At any point, you can change your decision. I know Poi wants to help people, even though they didn't help him. Automod has immediately blocked a message from Storm because he's yelling, "Kill the bastard." Okay, this is very one-sided. I guess everyone wants to send the army,
No.
except for the patricians.
That's why a third of us didn't vote to send in the army.
I want his head. Let's hope it succeeds. Thomas Greensleeve and his bandits are hiding out in a little grove deep in the southern woods, swinging down from the tree houses and picking blackberries for breakfast. It sounds idyllic, or it was until your army got there. In the ensuing battle, the trees topple and the tree houses burn. Greensleeves dies a hero, filled with arrows but still trying to fight. His bandits all perish shortly after, singing one last sorry song as your soldiers do their grim business. Your soldiers suffer minimal casualties. Now at last, the roads in the south are safe to travel once more, and the south is no longer broke-ass bitches. But the common folk are furious at you. They continue singing ballads about Thomas Greensleeves for centuries to come, you in the role of the tyrant king. Bruh, it's the councillors deciding my fate.
Right, I need to be right back. 2 seconds.
Alrighty. I now get to tax. I am going to the common tax. Because raising the defiance of half these countries is bad for me.
Or, you could just target the grandees of the south.
True, I could make them poorer.
Well, you say poorer, they're currently the richest.
You make a good point. Alright. So, the patricians can rebel if they want to. This would put us on the verge of rebellion. That is true. It would, yeah, that would put them on close to the edge of rebellion, and they will rebel. I'm almost certain of it. After a particularly long session, a council Ada comes to find you in your chambers. Why all that is holy? I don't know how you stand all that talking. I like to talk as much as anyone, maybe more, but sometimes you have to stand up and take action. Alas, that's not the way things work. I know exactly what you mean. Well, what can you do? I was thinking, what if we did something to make things better? I've been writing to a monastery in the south. They're using a particular herb to treat wounds, but no one's doing it on a wide scale. If I had the equipment and regents, we could do all kinds of things kinds of research to help people. Ordinary people too, not just the nobles with the money or the doctors. For doctors. We don't have the money to make it happen, but yeah, sure, let's do it. We need to be careful with the budget. You're blessed. Never fear, I'll talk with the treasurer within the week. Nay, the eve. She kisses your cheek before hurrying out to enact her plans. We've improved the South's military, and we've decreased my treasury as per you.
Right, so... Sure.
A popular priest. I would not normally interfere with the Archbishop's dealings, Your Majesty, but I'm a bit concerned about his popularity in the South at the moment. Why do they love the church over there? Your authority has been slipping recently. I'm afraid to say it's only natural that the people turn to alternative leaders, in this case the Archbishop. Perhaps the other nobles could be convinced to help. I'm sure a few of them are jealous of the attention the Archbishop has lavished on the grandees. Here we go, a vote time. I'm going to veto to allow the Archbishop to continue doing as he pleases. The Archbishop Pope even. So you can conduct a propaganda campaign against the Archbishop, reducing my stability and reducing the faith of the grandees. Or we could order the Archbishop to visit the other regions, increasing my authority and increasing the faith of other regions. They're at a 50-50 split so far. Still has some nobles who can vote. Lanka's thrown in a vote. We are missing Hebby and Heidi, and Heidi's not here at the moment. Yeah, we have 7 nobles. We got 5 votes in. Hebby, are you there? I'm liking for now for a bit. Storm, go get our victory. I will do my best. Good luck to you, Storm. Okay. I guess we're closing the voting for now.
I don't like this.
Mayo's authority has increased. The Archbishop takes some time out of his busy schedule to visit the other regions. His influence in the south diminishes in favour of your own. There we go. Deo's fault. Okay. By the way, if the patricians want to rebel, have a chance to, you can if you want. I'll leave it on the screen for a bit for you to decide whether you want to...
Yeah, we don't, because rebelling would literally be suicide.
Ambition.
You're no fun.
Spy network. Welcome back. All goes according to plan, Your Majesty. Show you. The Spy Master takes you through a secret passage in your own private office that you didn't even know was there. You emerge in a hidden chamber where a number of hooded figures are waiting. These are my agents, highly skilled men and women. They can blend into a crowd as effortlessly as they can slip into a knife between a traitor's rib. Why did I know about this chamber? Don't worry about it. The palace is riddled with secret passages and hidden rooms. I'll keep track of them for you. Soon, our spies will infiltrate the courts of all the nobles on your council, disguised as travelling bards. One of our spies tosses aside her cloak, revealing a lute and the colourful costume of a troubadour. My spy master is going to betray me? Possibly. With charm and flattery, they'll worm their way into your nobles' hearts and minds. We'll have a spy network the likes of which the world has never seen. I hope to make even the Gaunt of Taverlin look like rank amateurs. Can they give us a song? A few notes are plucked in the lute. The assembled spies launch into a ballad. Actually not bad. Your toe is tapping. If you think this is good, you should see them throw a knife. Rope 30 yards. This should put a stop to their foolish schemes. A word of caution, however. The plan is for our spies to spread via existing trade networks. As a result, we need to ensure that the kingdom's economy is robust. Furthermore, if our spies are to succeed, we need a stable kingdom to lull your nobles into a false sense of security. The kingdom isn't exactly stable, and the economy is struggling too. It's not terrible, Your Majesty, but it could be much, much better. The goal is to raise the kingdom's overall trade and stability as high as I can. You should have chosen the Archbishop. Hold the nation together with the faith and steel and gunpowder. Right. I'm so glad that the prisoner, who we gave a gunboat to, isn't just fucking off and causing problems for us. Okay, I can take another law now. Monarch's iron choice. The monarch can mark their preferred choice if chosen against one authority. Nobles must vote for their least favourite option, and the option with the least votes will pass. Interesting. 500 plus treasury if the nobles vote for a selected option. If the nobles vote otherwise, minus 500. Okay, I'm going to go with the reverse voting, and I'm going to replace my veto with that. I think that could be fun. No one rebelling yet. But we do have a verge of rebellion still. My god, why is there no events in the other places? A terrible accident. Your Majesty, I have some dire news. Count Lurking Poi was found in the palace gardens this morning. He was attacked by something, torn limb from limb. Poi, no!
You monster. Kill the king?
He was technically your guest at the time. We must make every effort to assure the council that it was not intentional. Man-Bear Pig has slain Poi.
No, Man-Bear Pig is already dead.
Yeah, but I'm becoming a Man-Bear Pig.
Man-Bear Pig 2.
Oh man, I slacked too much. You suddenly recall the night before, dreams of blood and gore, ripping a helpless noble apart with your powerful jaws. Your Highness, are you listening? We must hide the body and pretend he went missing. Tell the king counts he was killed by a wild beast. The official story will be that Count Larkinport died in yesterday's hunt. Despite your well-crafted story, the counts are not so easily appeased. One of their own dying while under your protection reflects badly on the crown. What do you mean, Hunt? I slack. You were taking a nap on the horse. We were drinking, you know. But the more urgent is your knowledge of what you did. You have become a monster with an insatiable hunger for fresh meat, human or otherwise. This is horrible. I have to stop this. Bruh, my stability is down to 1. The kingdom is now lawless.
I say we put the stability down to 0, guys.
You start performing a bizarre ritual in an attempt to bring your affliction under control. Tie yourself to bed at night, drink chamomile tea, and don't eat any meat after 6 o'clock. But the dreams continue, and it's not long before peasants and servants turn up dead in mysterious circumstances, not unlike the Count.
For God's
Bruh.
sakes, Heidi.
What have you done to me?
You're welcome.
Your wife Ada, yeah, well, my wife hasn't even noticed anything. That's good. She'd have me crucified. Your wife Ada is busy reading her letters when she gasps. God above, can this be born? Surely I can't have an enemy among the patricians. It's about your medical research. At least Grandy Various Number thinks I'm doing a good job. But noble patrician Necrourge II, of course, Necro, says the herbs are dangerous, but researching them will lead to ruin.
It will lead to ruin.
This is controversial, we should stop this. I could throw there Defiance and gain money back. Let's meet with Necro. When they arrive, Storm comes along too.
Oh.
Queen Consort Ada invited me to be a voice of reason. Voice of reason? By the 9th. We have no idea what these herbs do. These potions are nothing but a dangerous waste of time and money. Arrant nonsense, I assure you. We could make Necro help fund the... Necro, you're funding this now. Wait, why does that reduce from my tragedy? Thank you for what you're doing. It needed to be done, dear one. I promise by the 9th that I'll make it work. So the coast has improved. It's now furious. Its military is also significantly stronger. Everyone's military is stronger, in fact.
And you've just let the South get there.
But all the farming is back.
Mission.
Oh, yep. Oopsies. The herbs have been sent by the 9th god. It would in fact be heresy to waste them. I think, as she does, soon the new herbal potions become popular all across the kingdom, despite grumbling from the nobles. Peasants report healing injuries that could have killed them before. Many are delighted with your wife's achievements, sending showers of letters and gifts to the palace.
Maybe she should be the ruler, am I right?
No! Don't say that. My boy needs to rule, not me. You're sifting through the paperwork one morning when you do look up to find the spy master standing before you. Between 2 fingertips, she clutches a tiny scroll, small as a cherry stem. See, the people prosper by our god's gifts. This is a message from one of our agents in the field. Your Majesty, I sent her to Countess Smallboy 227 II's castle, disguised as a bard, with a flute at the ready.
I'm sorry, I'm dying.
But why are they in a field? Figure of speech, Your Majesty. Now let's open this up. Studies the scroll for a moment, then sighs and holds it over a candle flame. It vanishes in a puff of cinders. She was turned away at the gates. There's no money for entertainers at the moment, and little reason to celebrate with song and dance. I suspect it's the same story all over the kingdom. We'll try again in a few months. To improve our chances of victory, focus on increasing the stability and trade within the next 2 seasons. Joe has actually voted to rebel. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Necro, let's go.
Let's end the season. Growing resentment. Deep in the south, in the back gardens of the sun-bleached villa, a number of grandees crowd around a figure, raising their arms in a toast. Here's to the future King Pasquale and the golden age on the horizon. May the 9th god strike down the false king for his wickedness. Soon the Inquisition will be complete, and the Archbishop will crown our claimant. But what should be done with the king? Yellow players, this is your chance to vote. Burn me at a stake, which requires me to lower stability, or show mercy in exchange for abdication, lower authority.
The stability's at 1. I don't know if you can lower it much more.
Yeah, Tom has just thrown the game. In one decision, he's like, yeah, I'm going to make it so they get their next condition, and then they choose the easiest condition, because that's the logical thing to do.
I didn't know. Yeah, one of these options, I know, right?
They would either pick the same one as green, which would be stupid.
Voting has
Or
closed.
You pick the one that's already confirmed.
Person voted.
We need to rebel.
A glorious way to
Necro, we
usher
need
in the
to
new
rebel.
king, I say. The ninth god will be surely be pleased. First, the current king's grip on the kingdom must be at all-time low. Wouldn't want to face any backlash for our little fireworks show, would we? On the final stage of the scheme, the Grandies must keep stability at 1 or less for 1 full season.
That's not going to be hard, is it? Oh, they're rebelling.
The rebellions. Your Majesty, these upstarts saying they have a right to your throne. No doubt the nobles are already scheming to crown their regent's preferred claimant. Bruh, my poor heir. Continues the rebellion report. The kingdom is rebelling, and the first side to earn 5 victory points will win. Victory points are earned through events. If the rebels are victorious, the monarch is overthrown. Oh dear.
Oh shit, I don't really understand, but I'll do my best.
The different events will give victory points to loyalists or rebels, basically.
Oh, okay. Ah.
Speaking of which, opening strike. Do you smell... Sorry, that's you, Joe.
Smell that, my friend.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Sorry, I think I stepped in some...
Doo-doo.
That's freedom you can smell. Freedom from the mad tyrant King Nano. At long last we've risen up against his oppression. But if we want to keep our freedom, we must fight for it. I ask you, my fellow patricians, what will be our opening strike against the king? We can launch a preemptive strike against the counts to cripple their military capabilities. I didn't realize I'd be doing this voice for this long. If we suspect the Grandies may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the king's authority is low. We could also call upon the church to condemn the king. Or finally, you could send off an assassin to nip this in the bud.
Okay, so you can petition the church, you can call upon the Grandee, or you can launch a preemptive strike.
Really
Choices are yours. The support of the church is definitely the best cause for you, I guess. Necro, you're the only other person who can vote here. You've got 10 seconds.
I'm just playing probability.
I'm glad your wealth is too low to send an assassin. Okay, here we go. The voting has closed. Petition for the support of the church that I just tried to hinder. No.
A meeting with me, Your Holiness.
Message was most heartfelt. How could I turn those in need? Down those in need. We are all the Ninth God's children, after all.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And on that subject, the church has been suffering lately, hasn't it? The king hasn't been giving you the support you deserve.
Alas, it is true. The king has strayed far from the light of the ninth.
It breaks my heart. But a king with so little concern for the kingdom's spiritual health can scarcely be considered a king at all. Now, Marcus, on the other hand, if he ever finds himself on the throne, he would be sure to make a substantial contribution to the church's coffers.
Now, you know I care not for money. I only care for what's best for the kingdom. And what's best for the kingdom, the monarch who cares about the church. I'll lend you my full support gladly.
Your Holiness, go with God.
Faithful followers of both the Ninth God and the King are thoroughly shaken by the churches officially throwing their weight behind the rebels. Their loyalties are torn in half. So the South's increased in defiance, the East is now insolent, and both of them have lost some military power. Uh-oh. This is really bad. Oh my god. But as the soldiers desert to join the rebellion, fearing for their souls... Oh my god. Royal enthusiasts. Your Majesty, the Queen Consort has amassed a great deal of popularity lately. Well, I hate to blow my own trumpet, as it were, but I have to admit that the people were pretty fond of me these days. It certainly had an effect on the people of the coast. I heard that swaves of coastal soldiers have deserted and joined up with the counts because of the Queen Consort's added fine work. Yes! Fuck you, partisans! You've lost some of your military, and it's gone to the east. Well done, Ada. That's fantastic news. We are blessed. We are an excellent team, the two of us. And also not Ada. She didn't show up in that scene at all. Wait, I can't because Sanka's not here, so I don't think I can put it off. You also need Heavy as well. And it won't start till the next season anyway. At long last, the patricians have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by noble patrician Necrurge II, their smile gleaming in the light of the braziers. The patricians of the coast can bring you down, pretended to the throne. We will rise up and fight for Marcus, the true king. This is a formal declaration of war. Next time we see each other, be on the battlefield. One day I will see your head on a spike. I can't seize you because otherwise that will end the game. Authority is now mocked. Defiance is now treasonous. I think it's a bit late for that. Noble patrician. Noble. Necrurge II. Strides from your throne room without looking back. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. What are our chances against the rebels? Let me put it this way, Your Majesty. Everyone in the palace who understands the situation has wet themselves. Oh dear. How did it get this bad? The leader of the rebellion is Lord Patrician My Anxiety II. As reason for the uprising, he's seizing your past transgressions, mainly the time you burnt down a peasant village. Is it too late? Oh my god, I could beast out. Urge to murder, rising. Yes, Your Majesty. Hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. So this is it. Civil war. That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There'll be a lot of death and suffering before all of this is over. Can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. Yo! Fucking Marshall is a lad. The thing is, I don't really understand why the church signed up with Joe when he's the Sutherlands. Oh, the Sutherlands are the most pious. Yeah, but he's the one giving an option to the church to spread more religious good right now.
I'm saying that we'll do better with the thing happening.
Well, I think this might be GG because I've just seen the prisons come up. It's time for you to all spend your money on building buildings, I guess. Commence the auction. You got a cathedral, an aqueduct, a prison, a deer park, theatre, the Grand Bazaar. I immediately see 500 go straight to the prison, 69 to the Grand Bazaar. Good job, Poi. Poi could save this kingdom yet. Okay. If someone can fund higher than the prison, then the stability won't collapse.
Yeah, but even...
It's gonna collapse anyway.
Yeah, either way, it's game.
No, because if someone funds another one that isn't like above the prison's price, that won't get put forward.
No, but either way, the game is lost because either the grandees win or everyone loses.
I'm holding strong. E and A are being funded. Grand Bazaar or the aqueduct. That's it. We're building the economy. Let's build us an economy. Biggest contributors were Heidi and Storm. Thank you two for saving the kingdom.
You've not saved the kingdom though, you've just lost it.
Save the kingdom.
You have lost it.
Everyone's on the verge of rebellion. Every faction can rebel at this point. Too stupid to write. Oh, one vote is needed to start a rebellion in the south.
Everybody rebel. Right now.
Why did we all rebel?
Then it's all of us versus the king.
You struggle to keep your eyes open as you pore over your letters. Late one night, the candle burns low. Just as you're about to get a nose full of ink, there's a soft knock at the door. Good evening, Your Majesty. I'm awake. I came to chat. I'm concerned for your safety. I don't like it when you give me that look. But you should listen carefully, Your Majesty. There are a number of rumours circulating about you at the moment. All preposterous, I'm sure. Yes, preposterous. But the common folk are easily swayed. Many think you are a monster. If not literally, then figuratively. Before you can answer, your marshal bursts through the door with a panicked look on her face. No time, Spymaster. There's a mob forming outside. I think it's about to turn violent. Violent mob? How violent? Somewhere between angrily waving torches and pitchforks about, and putting the king on a block and chopping his head off, I reckon. Your marshal leads you down winding staircases to a secret exit where your wife is waiting for you. You alright, dearest? This is quite unexpected. Oh god, everything's going tits up. You put your hand on her shoulder and you mutter your best words of encouragement, but you're interrupted.
Oh, yellow's one.
Though the palace breaks a window, a pack of city folk are pelting tomatoes at your beleaguered watch. This way, your majesties. Led down a dark tunnel, your honor guard following closely behind. You realise before long that your marshal is leading you through a catacombs that crisscross the underbelly of the city. When you emerge from the darkness, you're far from the palace, next to an old canal. I hope you're not expecting me to swim. Not to worry, your highness. We'll meet with the loyalist armies and crush these peasants before they get out of control. Over there! It's the king! You pick up the pace, but a horde of peasants are soon chasing you down the streets, calling for your blood. As you round a corner, a familiar figure is waiting, flanked by a dozen inquisitors in blood-red hooded robes. Greetings, sinner. Oh. I'm gonna stand my ground. You order the honor guard to defend you as the marshals ready her sword. So be it. Kill anyone who resists, in the name of the ninth god. The marshal gives a battle cry as the honor guard leaps into action. They are vastly outnumbered by the inquisitors, especially with the angry peasants closing in from behind. Go for the inquisitor, defend my wife, or cut up. Fuck the inquisitor. You push your way through the brawl, pilfering a sword from a corpse along the way. Your eyes focus on the High Inquisitor. You barely register your marshal getting cut down behind you. The High Inquisitor meets your gaze, but too late. Your sword finds its mark and the High Inquisitor gasps in surprise. When you pull the blade out, it's dripping with blood. Fuck you, Inquisition. The Inquisitors close ranks immediately and pull you away, but the damage is done. You have your vengeance. Someone ties your hands tightly behind your back. You look around, you realize everyone else is dead. The honor guard is strewn around on the cobbles, and Ada lies face down on movie. Ada, no! I've killed Sanka's wife, daughter.
What?
No, they're really out here trying to live. Moments later, you're being paraded through the towns as peasants hurl rotten fruits and bricks from their windows. By the time you get to the Herald Square, a monster has gathered and a pyre is erected. Chants of heretic, monster, and sinner are tossed around like a pigskin ball. As you're hoisted onto the stake, you notice a crowd of the grandees watching from the corner of the square. Beside them, the Archbishop. You are hereby thank you for the sippy. Hereby found guilty of high crimes against the ninth god and his followers, including blasphemy, apostasy, profanity, and treason. Do you have any last words? Torch-bearing inquisitors chant as they light the straws at the bottom of your pyre. Oh, it was all lies, I'm innocent. I'm going to haunt you all, or the crowd cheers. Everyone loves a good public execution, especially when it's royalty. The the flames grow higher and higher until you're engulfed. Your reign ends in ash. The grandees are victorious. The fiery spectacular fate of King Nano passed into legend. An enduring lesson in the power of the Ninth Church. All that remained of the Count's attempts to usurp the crown was a prisoner, under in the castle, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumour. Patricians, led by Anxiety II, launched a rebellion that accomplished nothing besides distracting the king, while cunning schemers took the throne. Inquisitors' bonfires blazed in every street of the kingdom. Heretics and dissenting voices disposed of, grandees crowned Pascal to rule over the ashes. The other nobles did not dare protest. King Nano the Toasty. Game length 3 years, 6 months. Spouse out of the south, successor King Pascal. We have failed. Well, congratulations to Storm, Hebi, and Sanka. You three have won the game. A sad day, but with King Pascal on the throne, we can lead the kingdom to a faithful future. Did you all have fun with that?
No.
No?
No. fuming.
you go
I'm
sorry.
fuming that when everyone saw, oh look, like when you saw, oh look, they're going to win if I do this, you push the button anyway. And then when we all saw, oh yeah, they're going to win if we don't do this, you all didn't do it anyway.
I didn't realise that would push them so far. I love how we had 0 chances to do our stat, but stability and authority choices got shut out left, right, and centre. I know, right, boy. Bro, I had my farming job up, and like we had no farming events or anything.
The Counts were the only one who the whole faction died and had to be reborn as a different character.
Well, no,
the Prestige.
Me and Necro died.
Both died?
Yeah, they both died. I killed one of them, I think.
The winning team didn't die.
No, you killed one of them.
Yeah, deserved.
I mean, they lost Hebby.
Yeah, they lost one of their 3 members. Both other teams lost both people. 2 people.
This was a fun game, though. I'm definitely gonna do it again at some point.
It was quite good, actually.
Yeah.
It's got good levels of interaction. Now that people know what's going on, I think next time we'll see some more intrigue between the other houses, all trying to sabotage each other and work out deals and stuff too. And as the king, it's just so fun to watch everything turn into a shit show as you guys are like arguing amongst each other to screw each other over. While I'm just here, just like, yes, I have power. Checks notes. They're gonna kill me. No, they're gonna kill me.
Maybe you should have not put everything down to open forum.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a semi-democracy. But yeah, that was a good time. Oh, you can continue again. Completed games will create new saves where you can continue the story of your dynasty. That's cool. Your second game will include dynasty events, which will continue the story of previous events. Your nobles will return with their previous regions and keep their wealth. Interesting. So, even though that you've left, we could carry on again with the results of the last kingdom, basically, and see how well Pascal does. But I think I'll start a fresh game when we do it again.
Yeah.
I think they need to flat out Iron Will option, so that lets you jump ahead. What do you mean by that, Storm? I feel like having a 3v2v2 didn't help. I mean, it didn't affect it too bad, and like in the early stages, it was like 1-on-1-on-1 and then 2-on-1-on-1, and various the numbers shifted a lot, and people will come in and out. It allows you to select one option. It means that the other houses have to work together though, which makes for an interesting dynamic.
I feel like having more houses could be fun, if that's possible. I don't know if it is.
Sadly, it doesn't seem to be. I wish you could. I think having 5 houses, all with the with the 24 player count, would be awesome.
Because then it would be a case of the overlap is
what
gets voted for.
That's why I ended up picking things like the option to make it the least popular answer gets selected, because I thought that'd make quite interesting decision making for you all. But we're gonna raid off someone now because we've had a good time. We're gonna go raid Draco actually. So he's playing Yomi right now. So go say hello to Draco for me. Call him a pervert or something. I don't know. It's up to you. Have a good one, everybody, and thank you for coming. We will do this again probably in a couple weeks. For now, bye bye.
Would you time me?
Oh wait, I didn't start the raid yet, and I have disabled my model like an idiot.
Yeah.
I kind of want a 4th option to just be a minor power. It decides what it wants. Pop itself randomly. That would be a neat. Maybe they'll add some more stuff in the future. Anyway, go say hello to Draco for me. Bye bye.